Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, Angel Velez, and Mr. Joel Dels. This is now episode 568. We're getting closer and closer to episode 600. We got a special event coming in 2 weeks, the NFL Draft, April 23rd draft party at Blue 42. We do have to let you guys know, if you are interested in attending the draft party, then try to get there as early as possible because it is first come, first serve if you will get a seat. If not, you're probably just going to have to stand the entire time, which might not be the worst thing in the world either.
I was going to say, it's getting to the point now where if you didn't do that when we initially put it out there, you're probably cooked because they said it. If you're trying to get in one person at a time, you're trying to make a reservation for one person. They don't do that. They don't make reservations. So find some buddies, then make the reservation.
I believe if you have a party of 5 or more, you could lock into space. But yeah, if it's just you, one friend, you might have to stand. But I'll be honest, we're going to do a lot of standing. We're going to be moving around. It's not like we're going to be in one table just there for the whole night. So either way, you'll be good. We're excited for that.
So pull up if you guys can. If you guys are in the area, come meet us, watch the NFL draft with us, watch the first round. It's going to be an amazing event. Also, we just dropped some Pick a Side t-shirts, navy blue, real soft cotton, true to size. If you guys want to buy your Pick a Side shirt, then go to the pickasidepodcast.com and place your order. I might throw in a nice little basketball card or football card in there for you.
Oh, look at that.
My God.
Yeah, I got a lot in the stash. Don't expect nothing too crazy though. Maybe expect like a Jalen McMillan.
Okay.
I don't know.
Quincy Enunwa?
Maybe in your order, if there's anything that you can maybe DM me on the side and be like, yo, listen, I bought a shirt. I'm a fan of this team. I'll try to look for your team and the stash of cards I got, and I'll try to, get you a player. Like if you're a Packers fan, I got a Josh Jacobs card that I wouldn't mind, letting go of.
Damn, we don't have a Dontayvion Wicks topic on today's show.
End of an era.
End of an era is right.
Beginning of a new one.
Yes.
Dontayvion Wicks is very talented. He's going to definitely make an impact on Philadelphia. They're calling this the trade that is the final straw for AJ Brown.
That shit, I could not believe.
Could you imagine that Dontayvion Wicks trade ends the AJ Brown era in Philadelphia?
I mean, he's just the Jahan Dotson replacement.
That's a triple whammy.
What it is. But I mean, if AJ Brown gets traded, you should be happy because this is a chance for being Joel. This is a chance for Dontayvion Wicks to step into a real wide receiver 2 role where I think his role would be established.
We draft just ahead of him.
Or if you take a receiver in the first
round,
round,
we draft just ahead of him. Nigga weak, bro. Let's just call it how we see it.
No,
bro.
he's not.
He's weak, bro.
He gets open.
Doesn't catch
He
it.
can play all receiver positions, slot,
Clearly
flanker, X.
That's
he
the
could
case
do
they
it.
would have kept.
No, it's just the Packers. We haven't talked about this move on the podcast.
We don't need
yet.
to, bro. It's a cool move. 1 year, 10 mil, cool. Like
1 year, 14 mil.
14.
Come on,
Apologize.
man.
Probably 10 mil guaranteed.
The 4 M's
it's probably not
matter.
14 guaranteed.
Dontayvion got 14?
1 year,
Yeah, I
14
think so.
mil
I
extension.
thought it was 10.
Because Howie Roseman.
Dontayvion got 14 million?
Please check the
welcome to
guarantee
the
money.
NFL.
Please check the guarantee money. Guarantees what matters. Bro.
Let's see what it is exactly.
Dontayvion
Wicks,
got 14?
extension.
Yeah, I thought it was 10, but maybe.
I also thought it was 10.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Could be
10
up
is
to-
still nuts.
Could be up to 14, I'd imagine. I see 1 year, 12.5 million.
So we were both wrong.
What?
Kind of in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Yo, I'm happy for him. Genuinely.
I mean, he's a real
What
talented
the
receiver.
hell?
Howie Roseman doesn't make mistakes. He's a very
Trying to
talented
find what
receiver.
the guaranteed is, but they don't have it.
Nigga mid.
No, it's it's a little sad to see him
Making more
leave
money
Green
than Derrick
Bay.
Henry?
They're probably making the same base salary.
That's a funny one. That's a good one. Wicks is really talented though. I think the Eagles have made a lot of receiver moves. They traded for him. They signed Hollywood Brown. They signed Elijah Moore. They're signing a lot of depth. So
They
if
did
they
bring in
do,
Elijah Moore.
yeah, if they do end up drafting a wide receiver, it's going to be a very nice room. It's not going to be a dramatic drop off. Like I think AJ Brown is very meaningful, but when you have a receiver that complains about the targets consistently and is just an element in the locker room that can cause division, frustration that's aired out to the media, that might be a distraction for the team that they might not be willing to deal with. And I think Devontae Smith is more than ready to slide into a number 1 wide receiver role. And Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense past couple of years, not a high passing volume offense. So there's only so many targets to go around. So I think that the Eagles, they're making some good moves. I don't know if AJ Brown is going to get traded, but all signs point to him getting traded.
From a fan's perspective, I want him to get traded. I want to see AJ, in this case specifically, go to New England. You get a real wide receiver 1 for Drake May. And then also you get to see Smitty in a wide receiver 1 role, right? This offense for Philly is not built to have 2 wide receiver 1s, and that's what they have right now. On top of that, you have Saquon Barkley, who needs to get the ball. So get AJ to a place that's going to throw the ball a ton, where he'll be utilized as a wide receiver 1, although he is utilized there in Philly. And all Eagles fans, I know Riv wants to see it too. What can Smitty do when he is the focal point of a passing game? Because there's people that think he could be a top 10 receiver, people that think he's just a complimentary receiver. I think he's someone that could put up, 1,300 yards in a season if he's utilized in the way that, AJ Brown has been the last few years.
No, I agree. Devontae Smith is very talented. I mean, he had the best college receiver season ever. For the Packers, I like them decluttering the wide receiver room. You trade Dontayvion Wicks, you get 2 picks for that. You let Romeo Doubs walk, you get a comp pick for that. And now it's Watson, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, and they drafted Savion Williams last year, and you have Tucker Kraft as a pass catcher. I don't think the Packers have dropped off in any way in terms of their offensive supporting cast around Jordan Love, their pass catchers. Because if you were to ask me, who are the Packers' 3 best pass catchers, I would have went Christian Watson, I would have went Jaden Reed, and I would have went Matthew Golden too.
I would have went Dobbs second.
Dobbs second?
I think Dobbs, the consistency, I feel like he was always great on third down. He had good timing with Jordan Love. Matt, if you want to say upside and potential, then I think that's fair. Because Christian Watson, when he's healthy, he's the number 1 to me. Golden and Reed, a lot of injuries. For Reed's case, Golden only has 1 year, and his college profile didn't exactly translate to being a locked, NFL star or starting caliber player. He really shot up the draft board after he had a great 40 time, and his rookie year was a little up and down. The only thing that I worry about is just the depth behind them, because one of the biggest assets they had was you had 5 receivers that you could start. Now you have 3, 4, depending on how you feel about Savion, and Christian Watson, who has an injury history, Jane Reed, who has an injury history. All of a sudden, 1 or 2 of those guys goes down. Now you're talking about a wide receiver room that's a little thin, and on top of that, you have Tucker Kraft coming back from injury. So I'm sure they'll draft a couple of guys on day 2 or day 3 in this upcoming draft at the receiver position. But I don't hate it. In terms of the money that had to be allocated, Dontayvion Wicks would have been a free agent at the end of next season. It makes sense to at least get assets for them.
I'll be honest. I, for obvious reasons, don't want AJ Brown to get traded to the Patriots. I feel like the Patriots are one of our biggest competitions right now. To be honest, the Ravens should be a team that are kind of more in conversation with the Eagles, especially after the Max Crosby trade fell through. You still have your picks that very obviously you're willing to trade. And Lamar Jackson could use another receiver, especially after losing Isaiah Likely. Mark Andrews did get a contract extension, but after last year, I don't know if we feel too confident about him and his upside as a tight end as he's getting older, and naturally you just get a little bit more bruised and battered. Zay Flowers is a great wide receiver. I do believe that. I think he's an underappreciated wide receiver. But as a number 2 next to AJ Brown, people can really think highly of Zay Flowers a lot more, I believe. And you get Lamar Jackson more help. Now, how much help does Lamar Jackson need? That's a good question that you can ask.
God forbid.
Zay Flowers is a 2-time Pro Bowl back-to-back.
2 receivers?
And I agree with you. Rashad Bateman, what could have been. Nevertheless, Dontayvion Wicks, revival?
I'm happy he went to a team in our ecosystem.
I don't think it's
I'm
surprising.
not gonna lie, so am I.
Yeah, I don't think it's surprising that Sean Mannion, coming from the Packers, was like, yo, Wicks,
that's my guy.
Get him in the building.
12 and a half? That shocked me.
He's very talented.
Tutu Atwell got $10 million last year.
That's also insane. Now, we know Dontayvion is talented at separating, at getting open. Those are things you can't teach. Here's the issue. You would think that catching would be at the forefront.
I don't feel like the catch problem the drop problem was as bad this past season. It's just the Packers receiving room has so many players.
It's crowded.
It was crowded last year, and I think Dontayvion Wicks wanted to go somewhere where it was less crowded. That's why I kind of believe that AJ Brown is getting traded. And the Packers, I mean, Romeo Doubs had the incident, I think it was last year, where he went MIA for a while, and there was maybe some frustrations with his lack of targets. So I think that the Packers made a smart move. The injury concern with Reed, Watson, Tucker Kraft is there. I'm most excited for Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden consistently separated at a high level. And now he goes from being an afterthought in the offense to being emphasized and used instead of just being used on these jet sweeps and these bubble screens. Like, you're actually going to get him running routes. And I feel like that was a problem last year, is that he wasn't properly utilized, but in moments where he was, like in the playoffs, he played really well. And heck, even Jordan Love missed him on a couple touchdowns last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
He
Matthew
did,
Golden
yeah.
got
He
open.
got open. I'll throw one other thing in here. 2025 Packers hitch route percentage. Dontayvion Wicks, number 1. ran the most percent of his routes were hitches.
The things that matter.
And
That right there.
Dontayvion Wicks' route percentage, his number 1 most often route ran hitch.
How successful though?
I don't have that. I just have his route percentage.
Okay.
all I know is that he gamed the Lions on Thanksgiving, which is, and he had an amazing game. Wow.
He's got potential.
Down
He's got
Wicks.
potential.
That was pretty awesome when that happened, because
Jordan
you were
Love.
just suddenly glazing Dontayvion Wicks out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. That very same day, he goes off and does that.
Yeah.
Back
I respect Howie for always signing guys with potential. Like the Dotson trade, looking back on it, I thought he gave up a lot then. He still did. Obviously, it didn't work out. Elijah Moore, I feel like maybe that's not great because he's gone to a few different places and hasn't worked out.
But I feel like
Dontayvion
Elijah's
Wicks.
more health than anything. I
Yeah,
think we
depth.
know he's talented.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's been on the Browns, not great. Buffalo
on
last year,
Buffalo.
not great. Unfortunately, I just don't think
I
it's
think
in the
injuries
cards for him.
ruined what could have been.
He's
Yeah.
like the 5th guy, 6th guy.
I think you mentioned a good point, though, is that A.J. Brown to the Patriots, that's like the major link right now. But if A.J. Brown gets traded and is not to the Patriots, then who would it be? You mentioned the Ravens. I don't have much faith in that because the Ravens never make a wide receiver move. It would be excellent for Lamar Jackson, but outside of the Ravens and Patriots, like, where else would A.J. Brown get traded to?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Because do you think Howie trades him to the NFC, an NFC team?
Well, we know the Rams are interested,
Yeah.
right? There's been reports that they're looking to potentially move off Devontae Adams, which is interesting, especially Devontae Adams is still really good that he showed us last year. If you go and get A.J. Brown, that's just such a power move. You have him and Puka. We just saw what Tay did, and I think A.J. Brown is better than Devontae Adams right now. What other team would go out and get him?
The Panthers come to mind just because Tet is there, and I think Jalen Coker has strong upside. But you go upgrade from Jalen Coker to AJ Brown. You think about that, especially because you're trying to see if you actually have a franchise quarterback in Bryce.
What about the Saints?
Saints is another great one because Olave is amazing when he is on that football field.
Chargers.
How many of
Okay.
these teams are
How much
giving
help
up
does he need?
1st-round picks?
Chargers, another one.
Chargers is decent.
Well, there's one
another
team,
decent one is KC.
KC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one team that
They have
has
a late
2
first.
firsts, but I don't know if AJ would want to go there. It's the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the Raiders? Would you trade
With the-
Max
Oh.
for AJ straight up?
I saw MJ put this out when the AJ
that-
AJ stuff first started.
Okay.
coming. Great minds think alike.
No,
for sure.
Philly wants a receiver.
I mean, if it's a receiver, Max fucking Crosby, I wouldn't be mad at Max Crosby as a consolation prize.
Especially after losing Jalen Phillips. That's
But
the only reason.
That's not a big loss.
I mean, he was your best edge rusher last year.
Yeah,
It's
but
decent loss.
our edge rushing room is nuts, bro. Like, it can make anybody look good, is what I'm saying.
Jalix Hunt,
Except Bryce Huff.
Nolan Smith.
Yeah,
Except
it's
Bryce
unfortunate. Yeah, like he was
Shame.
great, but like he was eating off a lot of Jalen Carter blocks. Well, double teams, I'd say. Like Jalen Carter gets a shit ton of attention, so like anybody in there is gonna eat. But I think they're prioritizing, like they want a wide receiver in this 1st round if they are gonna trade AJ. That's why this AJ shit is aggravating. Like, bro, when are we gonna trade him? If we are gonna trade him,
And also, I feel like part of it is probably Howie just trying to clear some cap. If you trade for Max, you're gonna have to re-sign him or. Pay
well, we
him to
have
re-sign.
he's created like 40 mil already.
Yeah, but I think part of it is just getting off the money, getting a younger player. Because if you're getting Max Crosby, you're not getting a 1st-round pick. You're getting Max Crosby.
Yeah, and then it's like he has injury concerns too. So it's like, what are you gonna do with that? I don't know, bro. I'm just waiting for him to either get traded or not get traded, so we can figure this shit out.
You're not having fun as an Eagle fan right now?
No, I'm not having fun with this AJ Brown because all it is just drama and rumors, and it's annoying. Like it's
Yeah.
only him. It's like, bro, is he gonna get moved or not? Like
Mm.
nobody else has this type of drama.
Would
To be
you
Obviously,
honest,
Would you do Cortland Sutton in a 4th?
who?
Cortland Sutton.
No, bro.
Bro, it's back-to-back season 1K.
That nigga is garbage, bro.
What?
Like, no.
But we respect
Garbage?
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah,
we
like-
respect DeMar DeRozan.
No. He's not garbage, but come on, bro.
It's actually a
Cortland Sutton
demon.
did a
Like,
fourth.
Howie a dead hang up.
No, he wouldn't.
All right.
I think Howie would.
Cortland
Would
Sutton
hang
in a
up. He would hang
fourth.
Would a third do it?
We don't want
have
Cortland
one.
Sutton. I don't
We
think
actually
that's
don't
what
have a third.
we rather the first.
Well, they gave up their first.
we don't have that.
27 first. Take that. It's a good class.
Hey,
I traded 2 for Waddle. And you think we
we
want
traded
one.
one.
1 for? You think we want Sutton in the
Yeah.
fourth?
What's wrong with that?
Fix your receiver room. Trade your 2 first round
AJ
picks.
Brown and Waddle would be ridiculous.
That'd be nuts.
I'm just thinking.
Nah.
Whether it's good thought, bad thought.
Do you
Howie,
think that he
first?
complains with Bo Nix or no?
who?
AJ Brown.
I don't
Depends
know.
if they're winning. If they're
Okay.
winning, you'll hear.
He
some, but
complained
not a
that
lot.
year. He had 1,400
Yeah,
yards.
he did.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, he did have 5 games back-to-back.
And I feel like that's
to
what we don't
The
mention.
nigga
in that-
complains regardless, bro. Receivers are gonna
They're
complain.
divas.
Yeah, like
He complained, not complained, but after they won the Super Bowl, he said
He
it
said
was
he-
cool, but I want to get my numbers
Yeah,
more
like,
or less.
bro,
You know what I mean?
like, he's gonna
he got-
play
he
with
got to
whoever,
the
bro.
mountaintop and said, yeah, I'll just want to go out there and put 150 yards.
He was like, what I enjoy
he was
the
dead
most
not
is
happy. Like,
dominating.
yeah, come
Which I
on.
respect.
He's
Don't
like-
get me wrong.
He was like, I enjoy
each their
looking
own.
at the man
He could have
across
waited. He
from
said
me
that shit right
and
after.
It was
dominating him.
his Instagram caption.
Yeah,
right?
he's
Like,
nuts, bro. Like
first
we
Instagram
just won
caption
the
after.
Super Bowl same week. Yeah, I want my stats. Like, all right, bro. Like,
hey man,
yeah, I don't know.
I respect
I don't
Nah,
know.
yeah, I understand how you feel. as an
AJ
Eagles
Brown,
fan,
Hall
man.
of Famer.
Hall of Fame is harder for NFL, and I love that. I do.
I think
Are you
he's-
saying he'd be an NBA standard Hall of Famer?
I don't know his
He's
like
Super Bowl
numbers off the top of my
champion.
head, honestly.
he's been a top 5 receiver for multiple
How many
years.
All
been a
Pros
top
he
10
has?
receiver.
He's not a Hall of Famer, bro.
I think he's a borderline Hall of Famer.
Isaac Bruce right now is still struggling to get into the Hall of Fame.
Does he have a better career than Reggie Wayne? Did Reggie Wayne get in?
Reggie Wayne's in.
How long did it take for him to get in?
He was kind of in pretty immediate.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ just probably doesn't have the longevity stats, but he has 1,000 years except one season when he
Does he
played
have
13
10K?
games.
My bad.
8,000.
Not Isaac Bruce. He's in the Hall of Fame. Torrey Holt.
Ah.
Torrey Holt's not in the Hall
He's a
of Fame.
3-time Pro Bowler, but I don't think he's been All Pro.
Damn.
Roddy White in the Hall of Fame.
No.
What do you think about
Nickname.
that?
Swole Batman. Roddy White has about 11,000 yards. AJ's gonna get that.
Brandon Marshall is not in the Hall of Fame. I don't even think Chad Ochocinco's in the Hall of Fame.
He's not.
Yeah. AJ Brown's not a Hall of Fame.
But he's a champion.
That matters.
It matters.
Yeah, I guess.
For better or for
Yeah.
worse.
Yep, I guess
Brandon
so.
Marshall's got 12K.
Well, on this episode, we're going to do our NBA awards predictions, all NBA teams, defensive teams, rookie teams, all that good stuff. Then talk about the biggest need for every single NFL team in the draft because we're only 2 weeks away from the draft, so we have to talk about it.
Have to.
Before we start, fun fact, can you try to guess who the youngest All-Star in NBA history was?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's not LeBron.
Me, sorry.
KG.
No. It's
Zion?
an old guy, right?
Like old now, yeah, I guess, but like, no, he was 19 when he made the All-Star game.
Melo?
Tatum.
It's not nobody playing. right
OJ
now.
Mayo.
OJ Mayo's never an All-Star.
19 when he made it.
What
90s?
He made it in 1998, I want to say.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant. Yep. Shout out.
Nice, man.
Youngest All-Star ever.
You just had that waiting for us?
Well, he came in the league like 17. Who just farted?
Not me, man.
I didn't hear it.
Maybe it's the coffee. Maybe that's what
I think that's what
smells.
it was.
Somebody hit
tricking
their
you.
shoe on the floor or something. I don't know. Heard that shit though.
But yeah, shout out to Kobe, youngest
Kobe been in
All-Star
the league
ever.
for mad
It's
long.
crazy.
Shout out Kobe.
Crazy, bro. Started young, All-Star, and just kept getting better. Shout out Kobe, man. Shout out Kobe.
You know what's funny about that, Joe, that you mentioned that? When people talk about Kobe's career, nobody talks about that.
Nobody
Youngest
does, right?
All-Star.
Yeah.
It's like an overlooked thing.
No, it's a we don't give a fuck thing.
Why not? He's the youngest All-Star ever.
We just don't care.
That's pretty meaningful, though.
It's all right.
You're the youngest player to ever be an All-Star.
To be fair, nobody else can be that young since you
I
have
mean,
to
not
be
anymore,
at least
yeah.
a year post high
Well,
school.
no, if Cooper Flagg was an All-Star this year, he probably would have done that.
Would have you probably gone down to the days though, no? Because they're both 19.
He would have still, I think
He'd
Cooper
been
Flagg
cutting
would
it
have still
super
been
close,
younger.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I guess Cooper reclassified, right?
Yeah.
no,
That's
he
the-
went back to his class, I think.
No, he moved up a class.
He reclassed. He should be, Cooper Flagg
He
should be a
should be-
freshman in college.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Oh, facts, you're right.
No, that All-Star game birthed an iconic moment when like Kobe and MJ
Wait,
was
but
like
that's
going
not
back and forth.
reclassing then.
Moved. I don't know how he like moved up a class. Like Joel said, he should be in college still, but he moved up a class. I thought is that reclass.
Reclass is getting left back.
You could
so he
you
moved
can
up,
reclass up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like reclass
Oh,
is not.
I thought it was
always
only
there.
you just get like you stay back.
Nah, reclass is just changing your class.
Type.
So you can
It's a good word
play
for it.
up.
Cause I never heard nobody just go like only get left back or they stay and that's reclass.
You know,
And then
it doesn't
going back
happen
up.
often.
Yeah, he's one of them once, and he's showing that. Yeah, maybe he could have reclassified 2 years up.
I mean, he would have been one. So
We'll talk
again,
about him and the NBA awards. Let's start off our NBA awards for the season. Let's start off with the MVP, the big award, the most valuable player. Who has it been?
Victor Wembanyama.
You just knew that was coming.
SGA is gonna win.
This is your awards.
This is you just yapping.
That's
what I just said.
This is our individual awards.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like we have the same answer.
Oh no, I was thinking about a different award.
What were you thinking?
We'll get to it.
Or is your MVP Shea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
SGA is gonna win.
Who's your MVP?
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, all right.
He just said Victor Wembanyama.
Is
yes.
it just the impact both ways, the plus minus, all
Keep-
of that?
keep going.
Dark OEPM.
God, I love advanced stats,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So awesome.
What's
Really,
his-
really make
what's his
basketball
deal,
worth
LeBron?
watching. It's an excellent question.
Was it what?
Is D LeBron?
Probably high as hell.
No, I mean I think it's a 2-3-man race. Wemby's in the conversation. I think the only thing that's really holding him back is just the amount of games he's played, the amount of minutes he's played compared to SGA and the Joker. All three of them have a real case. Wemby, I think Drew was, half joking or maybe he's serious. I don't know. He loves Wemby, but when it comes to minute by minute impact, sure, like it's hard to argue any of these guys. over Wemby.
Jokic. I will give him his acknowledgement and
Kinda just gonna
respect in this
overlooked.
conversation. 100%. First player ever, assist and rebounds to
You
lead
guys
both
love PRA on
categories.
here, so that should matter.
Not me, man.
So that's me giving the acknowledgement to
I'm
PRA
honest.
if you wanted.
Should-
Nevertheless,
That
he also
word-
has just been one of the most hyper efficient centers as well, considering jump
Awesome.
shooting as well. We're talking about maybe. I don't want to call him the greatest offensive player of all time, but he's on the short list.
Well, he's
Yes.
peaking like it.
Probably
Like
top five.
genuinely, what he has shown us over these last, let's say, 5 years has been some of the greatest basketball of all time. He's been genuinely incredible. But I do think that when you pair what SGA has done offensively with team success on both sides of the ball, and him being a part of both sides of the ball at such a high level, you got to give the nod to SGA to win this award too. All jokes aside, what he's done this season as a scoring guard has been one of the most impressive we've ever seen in our lifetimes as well. I think 50, 40, 90, if I'm not mistaken, 30 points per game. Is he the only player ever to do that?
No, Steph
he's
did it.
not. I don't think he's 50, 40, 90. I don't think he's 40% from
Was he?
three.
Oh, he fell off slightly on
he's-
38 or 39.
He's probably close to
Steph
it, but I don't
did
think
that,
he's
bro.
40%
Come on,
from
bro.
three.
He
50%
averaged
from the field?
30.
50, 40. Yeah, come on. Unanimous.
Steph Curry shot 50%
That
from
was-
the field.
Yeah.
That was unanimous the year was.
Yeah, 50, 40.
But I'm asking, he averaged 30.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting you. I shouldn't doubt you when it comes to him.
No, double check because I'm
All
like
right.
88% sure.
Yeah, Shea was 38% from three.
All right, Curry only shot. Fuck, my bad.
It was 50, 40, 90, right?
It was like 50%, but 45 from
well,
three.
that was
30.
that's at the crib.
That was. I knew it was
Yeah,
40.
That's at the crib.
30.1. Jesus.
He got there
PRA is using such a negative connotation. Why are we using it to prop up Jokic?
because
to
it's
try
that
to,
head. Really,
Nah,
the
it was,
generation.
what do you mean?
because he's the first player ever to in NBA history to lead the NBA in rebounding and assists.
Wait, where was the negative? Where was the
Question:
negative part?
Is
Because
Curry's
you were
the
saying
best
you guys
scoring
love
season ever?
PRA.
Oh no, we were saying like you guys love PRA, so prop up
Patience,
Joker
yeah.
more.
Is this the best scoring season of all time?
Just the fact that you didn't know it is what's killing me.
No. But I knew that he
Well,
was
Steph is
unanimous.
MVP.
I know he's unanimous.
You didn't know he shot 50.
I didn't
49.
know.
That
No,
kills me.
that obvious. 30 points. That just moves me a little bit
Shot
more.
out about 25 fourth quarter.
Because he's also shooting 45. Maybe that's why it was. Wow.
One of the best offensive engines you'll ever see.
No, that we know.
Yeah.
That I know. I'm very aware of him.
Legend.
But I'm talking the individual season
One of the
itself.
best seasons you'll ever
Is
see.
it
in
the
your life.
greatest scoring season of all
Regular
time?
season, you got. Well, I mean,
This,
Wilt's 50.
this or 2026 SGA?
It's competition.
Steph.
Easy.
Steph shot 45 from the three.
I don't
Five.
even think SGA's season is second best scoring season of all time.
You're going to Jordan.
I'm
88.
thinking Jordan season. I'm thinking of Kobe Bryant in 06.
I knew what I knew.
I mean, that's the most.
Yeah.
It's one of the most efficient 2-point.
What about
shooting
Harden?
seasons from
36
guards
points
of
a
all time.
game.
That too. Like I think
SJ
there's
has
a lot
like
of efficiency.
MJ.
like
efficiency.
55%
He has like
on
MJ
twos or some
efficiency
shit.
on
Yeah,
twos.
something
It's
ridiculous.
nuts.
The thing that gets me with Shea is, and before I just talk about him, like I do think that all three of these candidates are very deserving. I think Victor Wembanyama, impact wise, you can make a really good case for him being the most impactful player possession by possession. But I think what hurts his case is that, I mean, he has less minutes logged than players that are ineligible for awards right now. He sat out 18 games. The Spurs are 12-6 in those games. I just think that Shea has been more available and he's been more consistent all season long than Wemby. What gets me is that Shea, as a guard and as somebody who has more on-ball responsibility, he's averaging less turnovers per game than Wemby, which is insane. Like, he has ridiculous ball security, and he's also been more efficient than Wemby this season. And Wemby is 7'4", 7'5". And Shea, a guard, is like 7 percentage points more efficient. He's more efficient from multiple levels on the floor. So I just look at the efficiency being more efficient as a guard than a center, and then also having less turnovers when you have the ball twice as much on offense. I think that like is a testament to how great of an offensive player Shea has been this season, and it's a historic level offensive season. Like it's the highest field goal percentage of any player that's averaged 30 points per game in history. I think it's number 1 or number 2 to only Michael Jordan. So that's the type of stratosphere that we're talking about with Shea. So he would be my MVP for that reason. But there's a lot of great arguments for Wemby. Like if you look at the on-offs and his teammates and their shooting percentages with him on the court, everybody gets much better. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, they all shoot much better from the field when he's on the court. And that's what he mentioned in his press conference when he said offensive impact is more than just points, because he provides offensive impact for his teammates that may not be noticeable in the box score, but the type of shots, the shot quality that he gets for his teammates, all of those things do matter.
Yeah, I mean, SGA, I just, sidebar, not talking about Wemby. If he wins MVP like we're predicting to, if they go on and they win a championship and he wins the finals MVP, we're talking about one of the best peak guard season, multiple seasons in NBA history. It's like he's going to be up there competing with Michael Jordan, competing with Steph Curry. Like it's going to be a very short list of guards that you'll be able to find.
Kobe Bryant.
That has Kobe Bryant, back-to-back MVPs, elite historic efficiency, back-to-back finals championships, especially in an era where nobody goes back-to-back. The last team that's done it is the fucking KD Warriors. So, I mean, the bar he's going to be at is just going to be crazy.
There are 5 teams in history outside of OKC that 3 years in a row, they have been the number 1 seed. What are you laughing at, Riv? What's so funny? What's hysterical?
Drew.
Don't do that. Do not throw that on me. Do not.
It was Drew, bro.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. This one, I'm not one to throw under the bus. This one's on him.
Are we missing
This
something?
one is
What's
on
going
him.
on?
Kobe?
I'm snitching now.
What's going on?
None. You just
What, you think he's like an elephant in the conversation or something?
No. Just
Oh,
respect
okay.
the Kobe.
All right.
Kobe. I just-
That's what I thought.
You mentioned the polar bear.
Yeah.
It threw me off for a little
No,
bit.
he's not a polar bear.
Polar bear
He's
face.
not a polar bear.
Well, you said 2 year. You said 2 year. Like what 2 year?
2008, 2010.
He had an MVP.
He
back
went
to
to
back.
3 straight NBA finals.
No,
And
you can't say
won.
3.
He went back to
You
back.
can't say 3. He said 2 year peak.
I did say 2 years.
2 year, 3 year peak, 2009, 2010.
All right, so,
He went back to
so let me ask you. He went back to back finals.
Yes.
Check that off the mark. SGA, we're talking about hypothetically. Back to back. We checked that off. Finals MVP, Kobe, SGA, we checked that off. Now, this one gets tricky. 2-time regular season MVP.
Say it slow.
2-time regular season MVP. We don't check that off. We check that off here. 2-time NBA first team. We probably check that off here. Efficiency.
Relative to era.
In a different
forget
era, Kobe is a much more efficient playoff scorer, especially in those 3 years.
Yes.
No,
I think that's where the gap is.
I think that we cannot give Shea credit for something that he hasn't done yet.
Well, we were talking about hypothetically.
Kobe
That's fair.
Kobe from that stretch went to 3 NBA finals stamped.
Yes.
He won back-to-back, stamped.
Yes.
He was the best player in the world, stamped for 2 of those 3 years, probably
I wouldn't
all
stand,
three.
but I feel you.
Stamped. He was. You could look at the polls. He was number one in that era.
About the
With the player polls, that's who the players thought was the best player in the world.
The players think some stupid shit. No disrespect to Kobe, he very well could have been. We've seen the players say some stupid ass shit.
We're
players say
acting
a
like
lot.
Kobe Bryant doesn't have the most
The
championships
players
in
said that
era.
Jalen Brown was more of an MVP than Victor Wembanyama. Thoughts?
Yeah, they're cooking.
Players aren't swayed like by analytics, man.
Shit.
They
Yeah,
like
this is
they
my
like,
ballot. Jalen Brown
they
MVP.
They like the odd test, but
Mazzulla Coach of the Year.
there's only been 5 teams in NBA
most
history before OKC
Oh.
that were the number 1 seed in 3 consecutive seasons. The 80 Celtics, they actually did it in more than 3. It was 84 to 89. The Showtime Lakers, the 90 Chicago Bulls, the Golden State Warriors from, I believe, 2016 to 2018, one of those 3-year stretches, and then the 2008 to 2010 Lakers, who also did it. So from a team success standpoint,
They've been awesome.
we are talking about peak.
Surprised the
Like-
Spurs never done it.
Yeah, the Spurs
Yeah,
were never
just always-
number 1 seed 3
Yeah.
consecutive seasons, but it's been the Warriors, the Heat, the Bulls, the Lakers twice, Showtime, and then late 2010s era. So that's what OKC is doing right now. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this probably happened with Golden State when they were in the midst of their run, is that I think that the other supporting players aren't getting their proper recognition. I think Shea is the leader of the ship,
Here we
but
go.
much like the Warriors when they were at their peak, like I think Draymond for much of that went overlooked for his defensive impact, because how much he affected that side of the floor was all time. Like that's why he is viewed as an all-time defender. And I think that Chet is having a similar impact for OKC. Like when you have these stretches, you look at the Lakers, they have multiple Hall of Famers. You look at the Celtics, multiple Hall of Famers. The Lakers, they had Powell and Kobe. Like the Warriors, they had multiple Hall of Famers. Like OKC, they're building that right now. Like I think Chet Holmgren, it's not just a fluke that he's been number 1 seed and he's won wherever he's went. Like I think he provides that type of impact. We know that Shea offensively is the go-to engine of that team, but they're also like Chet provides so much value as an off-ball player. And then defensively, he's a real anchor. So I feel like just in general, we're looking at OKC, like they're as a team having an all-time stretch. And it's been one of the best built rosters that I could remember in recent memory.
I think the only disrespect they get is just not having another offensive piece that is anywhere close to SGA's level.
It's
Yeah.
the only reason why series were close last year in the playoffs too.
Yeah, because when we look at this roster, I mean, it's hard to poke holes in it outside of just, who's your running mate, especially this year because J-Dub's been hurt. But last season when J-Dub was healthy, we saw the impact he had, a couple huge playoff games, great in the regular season. So I think the only time people, because like obviously in recent years, you have all the super team talk, right? Like obviously the KD Warriors, when the Nets had the big 3, even Boston when they got Porzingis and Drew Holiday, it's all like super team. But the Thunder don't really get that. And I think it's because they're more defense focused, right? Where they have just all of these different guys, both on the perimeter and Chet guarding the rim. And offensively, they're not as overwhelming, right? They have Shea, who is the best player in the league, and J-Dub when he's healthy. Chet's been a super efficient player this season. But outside of that, it's role players whose job is really just to hit threes. And you can have like AJ Mitchell and Jesus Christ, Jared McCain that, could create their own shot as well. But for the most part, since you only have one like elite offensive player, I don't think they're viewed in the same light as some of those former teams.
Yeah, they're very defensive slanted. And I think that's what it benefits OKC because they have an all-time defense, but their offense obviously drops off. Like they need Shea on the court to make their offense functional unless somebody else takes a leap. In the playoffs, they had spurts of that occasionally here and there, but it wasn't anything consistent. But I think Shea is the MVP. It's going to be, who do you think comes second? Is it going to be Wemby? Is it going to be Jokic?
I think it's going to be the Joker.
If it's Jokic, then this is 6 straight years of being number 1 or number 2 in MVP voting.
Nuts,
man.
Nuts.
I do think it's going to be Wemby. I do think that offense, defense, both sides, on top of the fact the Spurs were the second best team in basketball.
You think he'll be the favorite next year to win it?
It has to be.
Win MVP, Wemby?
Should be. I think if SGA wins finals MVP, he will earn the right to be number 1 in MVP voting. He should at least, especially going back-to-back MVP, have back-to-back finals MVP. He should be the favorite. If he does not accomplish that feat, let's say he goes to the finals, falls short, I think Wemby without a doubt.
Yeah. The only thing holding back is probably just injuries. You feel pretty confident Shea's going to hit 65 games. Wemby is probably more of a question.
It's so funny because unless it's true the way that Oklahoma City was handling it, similarly to how other teams handled by sitting out their best player, SGA was missing time in his first few seasons with the Thunder due to injury. I understand a lot of that was management, but since he's ascended into this first team All-NBA MVP caliber player, you're 100% right. He has been extremely available for Oklahoma, which is why when he got injured this season, there was a part of me that was slightly concerned because of the history that he did have early on in his tenure with the Thunder. But the fact that he has been as available as he has been over these last 4 years, it's a dominant stretch. And I do believe, talking about the MVP race, that we've talked about it and it's true. This is one of the single greatest MVP races of all time. That, yes, I think that when it's all said and done with all the votes, I do think that SGA is going to have a large portion of the votes. But the three candidates will go bar for bar with any top three in NBA history. This was just that special of a season.
So Luka's become an afterthought.
Which is
in this
insane to me.
race.
Leads the league in points, won't make first team All-NBA, can't even be mentioned in MVP conversations anymore.
I don't know what made the NBA come up with the 65-game stipulation.
You don't know?
I do know, but I feel like it was short-sighted and it should have never happened because I feel like the voters were always able to pick out what amount of games represented who the most impactful players in the league have been. Because you look even in the last 10 years, there's some MVP winners that did not play 65 games.
I think Embiid didn't play 65 that year.
Giannis, one of his MVPs, he played 62. And they still won MVP. So it's like we were always able to pick out like who was the most impactful, who represented the best players in the league these specific years, even without the 65-game stipulation. I felt like it was an overreaction to the load management.
Did Giannis win MVP in 62 games when it was COVID?
I could check.
Yeah,
I'm
check that, Reg.
I'm like 99% sure.
If it is COVID, then that explains why
Yes.
it's 62. When you look at the stipulation,
What year? 1920?
1920.
63.
I thought so.
it punished
That would be
players.
majority games.
Correct.
Yeah, it punished players for having real injuries more than anything. Like I think you have some load management here, but for the most part, these players just were hurt. Like that's point blank.
But here's the
Embiid cracked 66.
legend.
Won MVP.
Count it.
Yep.
Here's the issue and why it heightens the belief from before. Kawhi Leonard played 65 this year.
Yeah, exactly 65.
He played 65 this year, which leads me to believe in prior seasons where he was injured, don't get me wrong, the years that he was load managing, he probably could have played and gutted through them. Could his career have been different? Could he have put himself in potential harm of worsening his injury? Absolutely. But the fact that in year 14, the age 34, he has his best year yet, kind of shows that maybe he could have played in those games. Maybe he could have given.
Also could have been luck. He's just healthier this year than
I think that's it. I think he was just healthier this year. I think that he wasn't dealing with a more serious flare up because
Remember, he missed some time early in the year.
It was earlier.
Usually he starts the year and then he gets hurt middle of the year.
Mhm.
He started the year hurt. So
I just don't think that Kawhi probably cares all that much about like getting awarded.
I think he realizes that I need first team All NBA if I want my money.
I think they'll pay him regardless.
No, but
he was
the
already.
super max
he
that
was
you get
already,
when you are a first team All NBA.
I don't think they're gonna pay him that.
Who?
Kawhi's like 34.
He'll get his money.
And what? 37?
How
Maybe
long
not
does his
4-year
contract
deal,
last?
maybe like
Let me
2 or
see.
something.
How much does he have left?
Let's see
Because
right now.
he's been on the Clippers for 6 years now.
Let's see.
He just might have recently signed an extension.
Yeah, I think he did 2 years ago. But let's
The
find out.
year that they refused to give one to Paul George, I believe.
So he's 34 right now. He turns 35 in June.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm gonna check his contract.
He's coming off his best year. For
Yeah,
Sarah.
20 next year would be his last year. I don't know if they'll pay him.
You probably extend him for at least a year or two.
I
Yeah,
don't
you probably
think-
give him like a 1+1.
Yeah, I don't think the Clippers are like
give him a
giving
4-year,
36-year-old
$300
Kawhi
million
supermax.
contract.
Yeah, he'll be 35.
That
I mean, he's
would-
getting
that would be
50-50.
mismanagement.
So.
Yeah,
I
And
saw
plus,
his
he's been
old.
stealing, allegedly. So,
Alleged.
alleged.
I saw someone online trying to, and there's been a ton of these people that try to figure out a better way to go about the 65 game rule because it's obviously, like you said, Joel, it really hurts the players who are seriously injured and do have to miss like a month, multiple months more so than a guy that gets banged up here and there.
Like Cade.
Yeah, and
He's one off.
I wish I remember the guy's
Sorry,
name, but it's basically you get penalized if you miss like 1 or 2 games within a week, right? Like if you sit out 1 game, you get penalized, 2 games, you get penalized. But if you miss 10 games in a row, the penalty isn't as harsh because obviously you're going to have a serious injury. And it's not something you're just trying to load manage. You're actually trying to get over a hamstring, whatever it might be. So if they're able to figure it out some way that you're only hurting the players that are actually load managing and just saying, I'm taking a night off because it's back-to-back or taking a night off because my body needs rest, that's fair. Because then, yes, because Cade Cunningham should, no doubt about it, be All-NBA first team. Luka Doncic, no doubt about it, All-NBA first team. And hopefully Luka and maybe even Cade get some of this exemption stuff that they're talking about.
Well, Adam Silver said they're not changing anything about the rule.
I feel like it's too short for them to do it. They will.
Like
but
this year, they're not doing it.
I think if they do it, they admit like we fucked up.
The
We were
issue
too
is
short-sighted.
You had too many demons off the team. The fact you're not getting Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, or Cade Cunningham, when 3 of them very easily were top 7, 8 players in the NBA this year.
Let's have fun here.
2011, 2012 was a lockout year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, LeBron plays 62.
Yeah, it's a lockout. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they all get eligible, who makes first team? Because I have a really hard time making the list.
It's tough. I think it's definitely
Luka, Wemby,
Jokic.
SGA, Joker are locks. That 5th spot is dead ass hard.
I still, and I know that it's tough to say, I'm going Kawhi.
I'm going Cade.
I can't put Kawhi over Cade.
Cade's the
They
one
have like
seed.
20 more wins than them.
I'm going with Cade.
Okay,
Kinda
I get it.
over Kawhi.
I get it.
With respect to
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Comfortably.
A little bit.
Kawhi has been
He's been awesome.
one of
He's been
advanced
awesome.
numbers. Love him. Advanced
Well,
numbers. I
he's-
could tell you right
he's
now.
efficient as
Cade
hell.
has the numbers plus the team success plus the overachieving.
Efficiency's not Kawhi's. Does he have the ball in his hands way more? You maybe.
No, he's not as efficient as Kawhi.
Winning
He's a
has
scorer.
to matter.
Yeah.
But what I get it. It's a full season award. Fine. It is. It is.
Kawhi would be easy
It is.
second team.
Yes.
I get it. I get your argument. I do. It's just like you have to like, bro, they're the 1 seed,
They are.
and it's not.
That's what
They're
got
the-
Don.
when
This
they're
is
the
not
one
a
seed,
slouch
all season
And
one
that's
long.
what got Donovan the
Got 60 wins.
Yeah, this is
The
the,
first
only
team last
60 win
year.
team in the East.
Also, Donovan's been better this year than last. Unfortunately for
Yeah.
him, he will not be first team.
Well, I didn't think he should make first team last year.
Well, that without a doubt he shouldn't have been.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you got a 60 win team. Somebody got to be on the first team.
Somebody.
I don't disagree.
The next award is Defensive Player of the Year.
Unanimous.
Wemby.
Victor Wembanyama. Next name up. You know, I looked at Google and just put Victor Wembanyama stats, and it said 64 games. Maybe it didn't update.
No,
it,
it's
put
I
65.
heard he didn't. He had to play like 20 more minutes in one game. I don't know if he's eligible though. That's what they said.
Wemby is
Yeah.
eligible because of the minutes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think it's a
he is
minutes thing,
eligible. He
which is very
eligible.
weird.
And there's some awards. Is it most improved or 6th man? You don't need the 65 game rule. Or rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year,
Rookie
I
of
guess.
the year, is
Yeah.
it?
That makes sense. Most improved player.
Who did I have?
This was hard. It was either Ryan Rollins or Alexander Walker.
I
for
did
me.
give it to Nikhil, to be honest with you. Now, Ryan Rollins
I
is
gave it to Ryan.
which I respect because he's someone that genuinely was a solid ball player too. Wow, this
Actually,
guy is a really strong.
I looked at
great
it as
player.
like Noah was good in Minnesota, solid. Obviously went to Atlanta, got a better role, played awesome. Ryan Rollins, we not even he was not a solid ball player. We did not know who this dude was.
Mhm.
Yeah, you saw it at the end of last
Yeah.
year. He
Nikhil
started to
like
break out.
creating
No,
for
and I
himself.
think both of those guys deserve it 100%. I lean more to Ryan. He felt more like a better story to me.
I don't hate where you're coming from at all. I do think the MIP was in Utah until they shut him down. I think Keontae George would have won this award pretty easily. That being said, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, on top of the fact that the Hawks have had a renaissance after trading Trae Young, they go and they bring in CJ McCollum. You think, we're kind of retooling for next year. They get hot. They start winning some basketball games. Now we're talking about them as a top 6 team. One of the more complete starting fives that we have. Very well-rounded. And he has been the second best player on that team. And on some nights, he's been the best player on that team. So I look at Nikhil and the way that he's been able to improve his offensive game just because he has a little bit more flexibility into it. He wasn't the number 3, 4 option on Minnesota. Now we're talking about some nights where he's the number 1 scoring option for Atlanta. I think that's what it sways for me personally. And again, the Hawks have had such a great season post Trae Young trade that I look at him as being one of the main reasons for that. And I want to give him some acknowledgement.
Yeah, I went with Nikhil too, but I didn't like the reason why I got to Nikhil because it's unfair to Ryan Rollins.
It is.
And I think part of the reason I went with Nikhil is just because he goes to Atlanta and he finds his role and probably is just a larger role than maybe even we were anticipating because, of course, Trae Young was there. And you're on an Atlanta team that's a top 6 seed. You're a playoff lock. And it's not fair to Ron Rollins because they're a worse team.
I get it.
Giannis is hurt. So I didn't like the logic that I came to, but that was kind of the tiebreaker between the two. And I also love that, Nikhil goes from, averaging, what was it, like 10 points or something, 9 points in Minnesota to 18, nearly doubling it. And defensively, he's still good. It's not like, we've seen, of course, plenty of players, you get an uptick in offensive workload and your defense falls off, but he's still been really good defensively. So to slide in as number 2 next to Jalen Johnson, to contribute to winning, to still be good defensively. I mean, it's no knock on Ryan Rollins, but I just think Nikhil's been more impactful.
This was the hardest award for me to come to an agreement with because Rollins has improved the most statistically from all aspects. His point per game jump was similar to Nikhil's. Nikhil went from 9 to 20.6 or 7, so he's close to 21 points per night. Ryan Rollins went from like 5 to like 16.
Nuts.
So they had a similar point per game jump, but Ryan Rollins also improved the rebounding numbers, the assist numbers, the steal numbers. He's shooting 40% from 3. Like, he became a player that was an afterthought, maybe on the verge of being out the league and not having an opportunity to being a quality starter for a team that now is going to be a building block for the Milwaukee Bucks. But the question I had to ask myself was, how much am I weighing the numbers that he's putting up in Milwaukee versus the numbers that Nikhil is putting up in Atlanta, and what feels more valuable to me? And
it's unfair.
It is unfair, but it's like it's kind of not that different from the Michael Porter Jr. stuff in Brooklyn, where it's like he took a big point per game jump in Brooklyn, but you're like, well, he was the number 1 option. Like, Rollins was the only offensive option for a Bucks team when Giannis was out that had nobody else that could really score the ball.
Camp Thomas.
Yeah. I'll say because both you guys, I get it. You guys are factoring the winning. I don't feel like winning should matter in MIP. It's just what have you improved as an individual player, and
which is why Nas still has a good case.
No, I agree, but Nas was a good player in Minnesota. Ryan Rollins was not.
He was a legitimate role player, though.
But he was a good role player. He was getting playoff minutes.
Even now he's looking like a star of a franchise.
But the MPJ stuff, even then, MPJ was still a good player before he got to Brooklyn. Ryan Rollins was literally we're just going to throw this shit out there. If it works, it works. And then boom, 15 a game. We're like, what?
So I know this is an extreme scenario of which I'm throwing at you in history. Mm-hmm. So when Lauri Markkanen won, SGA was in the conversation to win it, and we all felt SGA shouldn't be in this conversation because SGA is too good. We know that he's great. Lauri is a legit story. This is different, in my opinion, because nobody thought Nikhil was going to be as good as he's been this year.
But I thought the story still aligns with Lauri as an afterthought, damn near out the league. Probably even worse for Ryan because Lauri was still a solid player in Cleveland. You just didn't think 23 a game. You thought, damn, that was probably over with. Mm-hmm. Ryan Rollins was a 5 point per game. He got drafted, was in Golden State, went to Milwaukee.
It's a great case. Trust me, I understand.
I think MIP, if it should be about who you improved with as a player. Obviously, both of them have improved. It's just like, dude, like Ryan was like nobody.
You're using as a tiebreaker more than anything. Because I think both of them have arguments. Statistically, they both have arguments. Workload both increased for them. So I think across the board, you can make the argument either way. And yeah, it's not fair, but when it comes to like, you got to pick one, I'll just lean with the guy that is just impacted a bit more.
6th man of the year is where I didn't take into account winning as much because Keldon Johnson is the 2nd seed on the Spurs team that won 60 games. He's probably most people's 6th man of the year. I went with Jaime Jaquez. Every game has pretty much been off the bench. He leads every bench player in points and assists. He's top 5 in drives per game. He is a big spark for their offense. And the Heat aren't a complete bottom dweller. They're going to be in the play-in. They're a mediocre team. And I think that like punishing him for the Heat's lack of success when the Spurs have a player like Victor Wembanyama, I think it didn't feel right. Like, he's averaging more points than Keldon. I think Keldon's been phenomenal. And he has been the heart and soul of San Antonio. But I just think that Jaime Jaquez has been the most impactful player off the bench.
Yeah, I went with Jaime. 6th man is probably one of the easiest. How many points you score off that bench?
True.
It's so easy.
So you have to,
Jaime's been there.
Keldon's been amazing.
Yes, he's been awesome. He would be right there, right after him.
I think that if you would have came into the season and you would have gotten the result that Keldon Johnson put forth, and you heard that before the season started, you'd be extremely pleased with what he's given you. But Jaime is a legitimate six man. Again, he leads in the most important categories. It's easy for me.
I went with Keldon. Win tax. I think the energy he brings off the bench.
Win tax. Good for
It
you.
is a little bit of win tax, but yeah, I think
No, it's
he's
fine.
been. I'm pretty sure he's come
Good.
off the bench every game this season as well.
He's been really good.
Yeah,
If he
he
wins it,
has.
if he wins it, I wouldn't be mad. Like I'm not gonna be like, damn,
But
he
these are
shouldn't have
these are
won
the
it.
top two guys.
Also, Spurs are the second best team in basketball,
Yeah.
and he's been a strong reason why.
Yeah.
Coach of the year.
I know who I'm going
I'm
with.
staying consistent with what I've been for these last few weeks, months. I'm on Team Joe Mazzulla. I get it. Bickerstaff has been incredible in what he has done and what he has meant for Detroit. But Mazzulla and the Celtics were coming into the season as a team that was supposed to be in the contention for AJ, DP, and Boozer, and we're talking about them as the favorite to come out of the East.
So let me ask you two a question because this is interesting. Because you're obvious. I know you're going. I don't even need to ask you. Is
Executive year,
this
Brad
not
Stevens.
a flip of your picks for MIP and six man, where you guys are heavily into the winning tax? Whereas,
I took Jaime for my six man.
oh well, then this is mainly just for you then, because you didn't take Ryan, you took Null, you factored in the winning,
Yeah.
and then you
Well,
took
there's a
up
big gap between them two and winning.
fair, but I still think like 60 wins, number one in the East for most of the year. Like, does that factor in at all, or you're still?
I think JB has a great fucking argument.
Absolutely.
And if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
no,
to
I'm with
take
you.
JB,
It's
I'm
really
not gonna be
it's
mad.
really these two in the
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
You're asking a
the
Celtic
field.
fan, why are you taking Mazzulla over JB?
I'm just asking if you was gonna,
I think the one of the biggest arguments you do have, and maybe I should have checked this. I don't know Cade's numbers off the top of my head, but the fact that the Celtics improve when Jalen Brown is off the court. I know a lot of people use that
Cade doesn't.
to
No, we
discredit Jalen Brown, which if you want to use that, go for it. I think that just shines a light on how great Mazzulla has been. Basically, every player that's touched the court this season, Ron Harper looked. I'm very excited about Ron Harper, his potential future. Ron Harper looked
There you
great
go.
yesterday. Barely Shire, man. It's just we've talked about these guys all season long, but the fact that every single player that has touched the court for the Boston Celtics has felt the impact either defensively or offensively. Jalen Brown isn't playing. That's fine. We're going to be even better with him off the court. Tatum comes back. The fit has been basically seamless. And of course, these guys have played together, so it's not all on Joe Mazzulla. But the expectations for both of these guys, right? The Pistons are included too. They were expected to be a top 3, top 4 seed, but I don't think any of us had them number 1 coming into the season.
Definitely
Maybe
not.
you did, Rip, because you were.
I think
you were big
I
on
was
Detroit.
playing the field. I was just like, what are the odds? And then I saw
Yeah.
the Pistons at like plus 800. I'm like,
So,
let's do it.
Yeah, so I think both teams, outperform their expectations. But of course, if there's a close one, I'm gonna go.
I listen. I think
One
this
far exceeded expectation.
Yeah, I think
Celtics
that's,
far
I can't
exceeded
say
it.
that. I
Detroit-
can't say that.
They were supposed
Yeah.
to not be a playoff team, and they're the
Bro,
East favorites.
I
Fifth
disagree with that.
fifth seed to first
Who?
seed is still
With
overachieving.
the Celtics.
That did you have them as a
Who-
top 8
who
seed coming
overachieved
into the
more?
year?
No.
I think they
Did you have
overachieved.
a top 8 seed coming into the year?
Nah, but I think they both
Are
overachieved
they
in their
not the
own
favorite
way.
in the Eastern Conference?
I like to
Well, 'cause Tatum's
evaluate
back.
this based on what the expectation was for them according to like books and people that are making these lines.
Oh, what the
Ooh.
fuck?
because the Celtics
What
won,
the
like,
fuck?
Personally,
Oh man.
Yeah.
my opinion on the
Yeah.
Celtics in the offseason was predicated on I think they're a
You were
forward-thinking
hating on
franchise.
them crazy.
I guess the
Absolutely.
Pistons had a higher
Absolutely.
over 100 than them.
Absolutely.
I think they did.
But here's the thing is I looked at the Celtics and said they're a forward-thinking franchise. It would make a lot of sense if they purposely had a down year. If they purposely try to do it. If they try to compete, which they clearly did, the win total for them was 41.5. For the Pistons, it was around 44.5. And when looking at
Well, Boston has
the
56
wins,
and Pistons have 60.
so the Celtics
Basically even then.
from their off-season win total, which was 41.5 over under, plus 15 from that. They finished with 56 wins. Detroit was plus 14. They went from 46.5 to 60 wins. My coach of the year, that's why it's Mitch Johnson. The Spurs went from 44.5 plus 18, 62 wins this year.
Hey, I like it from left field because Mitch Johnson definitely deserves a seat at this table.
Okay, that's
Well
interesting.
said.
They went 12-6 without
That's
Wemby.
Issue is Wemby. Well done. You're cooking around. I'm gonna shut up.
And their offensive rating, without Wemby, they average 120 points per game without Wemby in the games that he hasn't played. With him off the floor, their offensive rating would be top 3 in the NBA. their offensive rating, even when he's not been on the floor, it's still been a top offense in the NBA. Their defense drops from top 3 to 22nd in defensive rating when he's off the floor. Clearly, he impacts the floor a lot there, but the offense is still relatively explosive, and they can score a lot of points, and they can get out and run. I don't think he's done the same job as Joe Mazzulla with the young players, because Joe Mazzulla has really gotten the most out of like the Hugo Gonzalez's out of the world, the Cadas of the world. But I do also feel like the Spurs role players maybe a couple years ago weren't maximized like they should have been, like Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. I feel like they've had years where they've still had point per game production that didn't lead to wins. And now, like, it's all been put together. And I feel like the line of combinations that Mitch Johnson throws out there, like, everything has just been clicking for the Spurs offensively this year, even when Wemby hasn't been on the floor. So that's why I picked him, because I think the Spurs they went from a team that I thought was going to make the playoffs, but as like a 7th, 8th seed, maybe 6th seed, maybe they'll get the top 6. I didn't view them as a team that was going to be a real threat to challenging OKC for the number 1 seed and winning 62 games. Like, the leap they took, it was from like playing to, man, is this the second best team in the league? Is this like they took that type of leap. So that's why I gave it to Mitch Johnson.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that. I think the best argument JB can make, because people are 60 wins is super important. 60 wins, awesome. They've been the number 1 seed in the East since I think December.
Yes.
So they've been the best team in the East all year long. I value the consistency. I think his best argument is what their record is without Cade, because the offense legitimately falls off a cliff when Cade is not on the floor, and they are one of the best defenses in basketball, and that is JB Bickerstaff's calling card. It is the defensive side of the ball, what he's done to instill confidence in Jalen Duren, that has to be put in there. And then the fact that this Detroit team didn't make any splash moves this offseason. They didn't bring in any players that we thought were going to add an insane amount of juice to this team. Duncan Robinson was kind of like a cool shooter, but we thought maybe a little bit of a downgrade from Malik Beasley. They brought in Karis LeVert. He's kind of been an afterthought. But this team has just been rocking on all cylinders. So, JB, been the best team in the East all year. I like the consistency, so I think he should win it.
The last award is, we have Clutch Player of the Year. I picked Shea. The last award is probably one of the tougher ones, to his Rookie of the Year. Is it going to be Kneppel? Is it going to be Cooper Flagg? Cooper Flagg probably become the favorite with this final stretch of the season.
He tried. He
in the month of March, I think he's averaging 29 points per game.
He went absolutely bonkers in March. I'm sorry. I'm not calling it empty. It's far from empty.
I like it.
He showed an immense amount in this time span. And I just think the entirety of the year, everything culminated a very strong rookie showing. Constant impact on winning basketball. And again, Cooper was put in a very peculiar situation. Everything that has transpired in Dallas is very one of one, very unfortunate if you are Cooper Flagg. You didn't get Anthony Davis, no Kyrie Irving this season. Everything went wrong if you were a Dallas Maverick fan, except for the fact that Cooper Flagg is who you thought he would be. But when you look at Kneppel and his impact on the Charlotte Hornets, yes, Lamelo Ball may be the best player. Brandon Miller took a leap in his game. But a lot of what they were able to unlock in their offense stems from Khan's elite three-point shooting. The fact that he led the league in three-pointers made this season. The fact that he was as efficient as he was on three-point shot. Year one, we saw the Hornets go from one of the worst teams in basketball to, yes, everybody being healthy, a lot starting to click in the right way. But you add in Khan's ability on this offensive side of the ball, and they become one of the best offenses in basketball. Health played a factor in that. That is without saying. But I don't think it's a coincidence that Khan goes into Charlotte, and now we're talking about one of the best offenses in basketball. I think that is because of LaMelo. I think that is because of Brandon Miller. Throw Miles Bridges in this conversation, it'd be wrong of me not to. But Kneppel is damn near at the top of that list. Yeah. And for me, you pair that on top of the fact that the Hornets have a chance to be a playoff team after being, to start this season, one of the worst teams in basketball. Yeah. I've been just so moved by what he has shown me this season. He's not going to be Cooper Flagg in the future. I think Cooper Flagg will be the better player. But if the award is what we've known it to be, and it's a one-season award, I'm going with Con.
I think Cooper Flag is the better player now. I think it's just about who's had the better
Agreed.
season.
Well said.
I think Cooper Flag has shown you a little bit of everything. First of all, he's had to play 3 to 4 different positions this year. He's had to deal with the fact that no Anthony Davis, no Kyrie Irving. He's dealt with a plethora of issues, and he's still been able to put up numbers. He's been one of the best mid-range shooters in basketball, so I think that's super important. But just Khan's value as a three-point shooter, just on this offense and how much it opens up the floor, just his value as a shooter, his off-ball movement, the way he's able to cut, get 2 feet in the paint, I think that's super impressive. He's been super efficient, and that's super important. I think both guys legitimately deserve the award. For me, though, I picked Khan.
So is this the modern equivalent of the
Melo versus LeBron?
and Melo Rookie of the Year race?
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah.
But didn't Bron win it and people thought that Melo should have?
Exactly,
Yeah.
because Melo.
So you're saying
won.
Melo would be Khan?
That's
No,
what I'm
in
wondering.
this scenario, yes.
Yeah.
In this scenario, like LeBron was a better player, but Carmelo had team success. That's why they felt like he should have won.
So is this really more Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell?
It could be. I don't know what the advanced metrics
sorry,
were
brother.
in that era, obviously, but this is where I feel it as if, like, Cooper Flag, we know how special he is as a talent, but I think that right now people are very anxious to give him the award because they are telling themselves 5 years from now this is gonna look bad. When Cooper Flag is like an all NBA performer, and who knows what Khan's gonna be, because I'm not putting a ceiling on him, but when Cooper Flag is very obviously like the better player, it's gonna look bad that he didn't win Rookie of the Year when he was the better player. My question to that is because Cooper Flag leads Khan in points, rebounds, and assists, but these are the differences in each of those categories. In points, he leads them by 2.4 points. In rebounds, he leads them by 1.3 rebounds. In assists, he leads them by 1.2 assists. Is that enough of a difference comparatively to the efficiency? Because Khan's shooting percentage is 63% and Cooper Flag's is 55%.
63 is nuts.
So does
a better shooter. I get it.
the 2-point difference, the 1 rebound difference, the 1 assist difference make up for the efficiency difference? And also, Con Kneppel, he is 6th in the NBA in most offensive miles traveled this year. Contrary to belief of maybe he's just spotting up and he's just catching shooting, it's really LaMelo dictating everything. Con Kneppel is moving off the ball at a rate that really makes defenses focus and hone in on his spacing.
He's a young Clay.
And it's very similar to Klay Thompson. And he impacts that offense a lot. Like, I think LaMelo being healthy is a big reason for their offensive jump. But Con Kneppel and the spacing and the shooting that he provides, he's been the second reason why they are a top 5
To be
offense.
fair, though, Khan, and it's kind of it's more of devil's advocate because you mentioned the efficiency. Khan's efficiency drops to Cooper Flag's efficiency when LaMelo's not on the floor. So that is like Khan's ability to be off the ball and be able to shoot.
Once Kyrie comes back, I think we'll see it
for
go
sure.
up
And I
for
think
Coop, too.
LaMelo's really hyperextended that because now he can be more of a playmaker. Whereas if Khan can just be that knockdown shooter, obviously he could do a little bit of other stuff. But I think it's really a context thing because Flag obviously has the ball a ton as a rookie. Khan has the ball, but not as nearly as much as Cooper Flag does. So it's really, what do you value more, the all-around threat or the three-point shooting? Well, there's just the shooting in general.
Yeah. Sorry, yes, I'm Joel.
Yeah, with LaMelo and Kneppel on the floor, their offensive rating is 127 per 100 possessions. Con Kneppel with LaMelo off, their offensive rating is 113.
That's a
With
big drop off.
LaMelo
Huge drop
on
off.
and just with LaMelo on and Kneppel off, the offensive rating is 124. So
This nigga LaMelo.
He's him.
so the difference between like LaMelo
He don't care who on the floor.
LaMelo
man.
on the
He's
floor
so goated.
and
Just
Kneppel
can't
off
score,
the floor
man. You hate to
versus
see it.
both of them on the floor, the difference is
You don't
3
have to do
points per
that.
100. But
Clear as
Kneppel,
Cade.
the offensive rating drops like 17 points per 100
Yeah.
possessions when LaMelo is not on the
He's
floor.
Khan's not there yet. He's a rookie.
Yeah, you're asking. I mean, you talked about it a little bit, Riv, but it's hard to measure efficiency when the roles are so different, right? When Cooper Flag is the best player on his team for basically the
He
entire
better than
season,
Kyrie.
when he's been asked to be the point guard at
Calm
different
down.
times throughout the season, that just the shots he's taking is going to be more difficult. Honestly, this was the one I least wanted to decide because it feels like when you pick one, it's hard to pick one without shitting on the other. And I guess that's just when you have to make a decision between two players, you kind of are forced to do it. So my mind went to, if you just put Cooper Flag's March, and instead of he had this March run he did in December or January or October or November, and it wasn't the month right before the season ended, would we still be having this discussion? And I think Cooper Flag would still obviously be top 2 when it comes to Rookie of the Year race, but I don't think it would be as prominent as it is right now. But the fact that, to his credit, he goes off in the last 5 to 7 games where he does have multiple, 30 plus, 40 plus point games, and you see the glimpses you saw of Superstar in the beginning of the season to like, holy shit, we go into next season and Cooper Flag could be a top 20 player, and all of a sudden he's starting to put this together at the end of the year. That's what decided Con for me, because Con has been consistent all season long. It's hard to bring winning into this because they are just like the 9th or the 10th seed, so it's not like they've just gone crazy and been a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. But, January 1st on, it's been one of the best teams in basketball, one of the best offenses in basketball, and he's just in a better infrastructure, so he's able to do that. If Con was in Dallas, I don't think he's putting up the efficiency that he's doing right now, right? Where he's, when you have a Lamelo Ball and Brandon Miller and some of these guys to take some pressure off you, and just in a high-paced offense like Charlotte is, he's able to get a lot of shots up, and, because of that, he's a great shooter, so the efficiency's there. But situation matters a lot. So even with the situation being great, I feel like the fact that Con came in setting records for three-pointers, setting records for efficiency, Cooper Flag's going to be the best player, like you guys said. But I think when it comes to just this individual season, who's done it all season long, who's setting records himself, and who's impacting winning a little bit more, I went with Con.
And my Rookie of the Year is Con Knuckle as well.
So we're all Con?
I think you picked. Oh, I thought you picked Coop. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Seems like, we all are a Con. So to recap our NBA awards, MVP, who's our MVP winner?
My MVP is Victor Wembanyama, who I believe will win the award. It's going to be SGA.
I went with SGA as well. I think he's been the most consistent player, the most impactful player, number 1 seed in the Western Conference, number 1 seed in the NBA.
Back to back, SGA.
I'm going to go with SGA as well. Defensive Player of the Year.
It should be unanimous. We're talking about maybe the best defensive season of all time. Give me Victor Wembanyama.
We all know it's Victor Wembanyama. Next award, Most Improved Player.
I'm going with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. What he has meant to Atlanta, the fact that they are a playoff team, that matters to me. Ryan Rollins has been amazing, but I'm giving it to Nickeil.
I'm giving it to Nickeil too. Ryan Rollins, a lot of respect. Nimi Keita, a lot of respect here. But the fact that Nickeil came in, was the number 2 option for this Atlanta Hawks team, and the defense was still at a high level, he gets my vote.
That Keita show killed me.
Real.
I'm going to go with Ryan Rollins on this one. He's been the most improved player for me.
Ryan Rollins taking a similar point per game jump. He's upticked his rebounding, his assists, but Alexander Walker's just done it on a team that's winning, and I just value that. So I'm going with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Next award is Sixth Man of the Year.
Sixth Man of the Year, I'm going to give it to Jaime Jaquez, leading the league off the bench in points and assists. Miami has a chance to be a playoff team as well, and Jaime has been the best sixth man.
I'm going with Keldon Johnson here. I think Jaime has a great debate as well. Keldon's also every single game coming off the bench. Big spark plug off the bench for the Spurs team. A little bit of winning tax doesn't hurt.
I'm going to go with Jaime Jaquez. He's been one of the best players in the Miami Heat team.
Jaime Jaquez leads all bench players in points, assists. He's top 5 in drives. That's my pick. And the Heat, they're not as good as the Spurs, but they're still competitive. They're a playing team. Next award, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, I'm going with Joe Mazzulla. This is a team that people had expectations to legitimately miss the playoffs, to be in AJ DeBansta, DP, and Boozer talks. And we're talking about the favorites in the East right now. Mazzulla deserves all the credit and the award.
I'm going with Joe Mazzulla too. I think he is arguably the best coach in the NBA right now. The fact that the Celtics are better with Jaylen Brown off the court than on the court, I think is a testament to Joe Mazzulla more than is a negative for Jaylen Brown.
I'm going with JB Bickerstaff. He's survived with and without Cade. Been the best team in the East since December. 60 wins. Second best defense in the league. Please, man.
I'm going to go wild card. I'm going to go with Mitch Johnson. The Spurs before the season, their win total was at 44.5. They finished the season with 62 wins. Wemby missed 18 games, and they were 12-6 in those games. I think Mitch Johnson is the Coach of the Year. And last award, Clutch Player of the Year. I mean, who else but SGA? Next portion of the NBA awards, all NBA teams. Now, there are some notable players that are not going to be on here. Luka Doncic, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. I think that you can basically fill in the blank. And if we were to do like a list of players who should make it, if we weren't going by this rule, you should fill in the blank. Like those 3 would be the obvious ones that would be in there. But we followed the 65-game rule stipulation. The polls on our YouTube posts and Twitter.
Overwhelming, actually.
They wanted us to do the 65-game stipulation, which I understand.
I respect that.
It is to be accurate. So let's start with third team. Let's go from third team to first team. I think that's a nice little twist on things.
Very nice.
I'll just go first, and my third team was Jalen Brunson. I had LaMelo Ball, Jalen Johnson, Scotty Barnes, and Chet Holmgren. That was my third team. Honorable mentions just left out that were eligible: Cat and James Harden.
I had Chicago next. I didn't really do an honorable mention. Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Scotty.
Thank you for showing some respect.
I had Devin Booker on my third team, and I had James Harden.
Unfortunately, James Harden would be my honorable mention alongside of LaMelo Ball. I do have Jalen Duren. I do have Jalen Johnson, Devin Booker, Chet Holmgren. Scotty Barnes has to be here.
I like Chet pick. I probably could put him over.
So to chime in, Devin Booker is ineligible.
I thought he hit 65.
He did not. He's 64.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. So I'll put Chet in his spot.
So now the list
me.
increases. I didn't mention D Book, which is honestly crazy, but Luka, Cade Ant, Devin Booker, the four names that are not eligible.
When we had this conversation.
He was
we were
supposed to play.
This. We were supposed to do this a few shows ago.
I'm sick.
It was the concern that he may not have.
Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
True.
I thought he had 65
True.
flat.
That
So I
matters.
will put Chet for my fifth spot.
Chet definitely deserves to be here. However, James Harden, with all due respect, he had a solid year.
Mhm.
I think LaMelo Ball gets my nod.
Yeah, it was really between LaMelo
tricky.
Ball and Harden. But, with LaMelo Ball, we mentioned earlier, the offensive rating, even when Khan's not on the floor, the offensive rating for LaMelo when he's on the floor is 126 versus 112 without him. It's a plus 16 swing. It's just ridiculous value. He kind of bleeds some of that value on the defensive side of the ball because the Hornets' defense is actually better when he's not on the floor. They, I think, have a defensive rating of 117 when he is on the floor and like 113 when he's off the floor. So, like, the defense that's something that needs to be worked on, but the offensive value that he's provided has just been worthy of being mentioned of the 15 most impactful players in the league this year.
LaMelo got on my third team as well. I've been a hater of LaMelo Balls. I can't lie.
Why?
But I'm just saying in the past. I've never really been a LaMelo Ball fan.
I am a hater too. Reckless driving. Don't like it.
Yeah, I think that's valid. But he's been great this year. I think most impressively, career low in turnovers. That's been a bigger issue for him in seasons past. The efficiency's bounced back the way we've seen in multiple seasons past. He might not have the scoring, like the scoring ceiling like we've seen, but the fact he's doing efficiency on the number one offense, of course, having Khan is huge. And then the other four guys, Tyrese Maxey, Scotty Barnes, Chet, and Jalen Duren. I think we have somewhat similar fives, but second team, we probably have some difference between the second and third team.
Yeah, my only – it was tough because I think LaMelo's been impactful. I think my only problem was he's not efficient. That was my only main thing. Like, just like as a scorer, he's just – too many negative areas on the floor, but his passing's off the charts. Yeah, his passing is off the charts. His playmaking, his impact, and then he's putting effort on the defensive side. So I don't hate him being on the third team.
The second team for me was Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, who I think Jamal Murray probably out of all the players here has the best case of like being a first teamer. I don't think he's a first teamer, but he's played to that level, 26 a night, 7 assists per game.
So he has the best case of not being a first teamer.
He has the best case of
He's
being
saying
a
he's
first
the
teamer.
best second teamer.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, and Jalen Duren. That would complete my second team.
I would say that Donovan Mitchell has been the best second teamer. That being said, mine is Jamal Murray. I do have Jalen Brunson on my second team. I'm going with Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, and Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it should
Mine's
be. I
straight
think
guards and KD.
I understand that Brunson had a down month. Maybe you want to talk about 2026 as maybe not his best brand of basketball, but I just think overall he's been basically the same version of Jalen Brunson that I've known and respected.
So say yours, and I have a question.
So mine's Donovan, the Jalen's. I got Brunson, Johnson, Murray, Kevin Durant.
Plug in Ant. Who does he kick out?
LaMelo.
No, second team. Don't even think about third team. Plug in Ant, second team. Who does he kick out? Sneaky name.
Everybody.
KD?
Well, no, just one person.
Oh, just
Probably
one person.
No,
Jalen
Brunson.
Johnson for me.
All right, yeah, Brunson.
Brunson would
Oh,
be
it
for
is
me.
Brunson.
From your list.
Yeah, I'm saying
is
like your
Brunson.
personal second team. Who would he kick
Yeah,
out?
from my list is Brunson.
I think for me it's Brunson too.
My personal second team is Duren.
Because you said sneaky name, I'm like, Kevin? But now KD's KD. He's a slot.
I think that this stretch with Cade out and Duren being like the lead offensive guy propped up his case a lot.
He's
for
been
me
awesome.
because
He could have been in most
he's
improved
like
talks, honestly.
21 and 11.
Why isn't Duren most improved?
I don't think he has the point per game jump.
I mean, he took like 12 to 21 It
No,
might
I don't
be
think
pretty
he
similar.
finished the year at 21.
Defensively too.
Let's see.
Obviously
I was
the
gonna say
metrics
what he
aren't
means
there, but
defensively, too.
Defensively, yeah. I mean, last year was good.
Defense he's okay.
He's
They're-
better than
inconsistent.
last year though.
Yeah.
So he went from 11.8 to 19.5.
yeah.
Rebounding stayed the same. He's only averaging 0.8 blocks per game.
I think it hurts him that their best defense is with Stu.
Could be it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
hurts
could
him.
be it.
Yeah. So I think that's who I'd kick out though of mine. Jalen Brunson, honestly, if everybody was healthy, he wouldn't have made my All NBA teams.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
He doesn't
You're
make your
saying-
third team?
When you say everybody, you mean
like Luka, Cade, Booker, Ant.
He doesn't even make a third team?
No, third. Yeah, like if everybody's healthy, because I'm trying to think of like Brunson's case over the guys I have at 13 right now. I think Lamelo Ball versus Brunson. I think Lamelo Ball has a better case to be on the third team.
I disagree.
The offensive rating he is. Clearly you see it. Even if you want to nitpick the efficiency, it hasn't impacted the offensive numbers.
For sure. Name your third team again?
My third team is Brunson, Lamelo, Jalen Johnson, Scotty, and Chet
I think he
Holmgren.
easily has a case over Jalen Johnson.
I think so too. I think that Jalen Johnson will get kicked out of mine too.
Yeah.
Because if I'm adding Luka, Cade, and Booker and Edwards, that's 4 players. So
There's a
If
lot of
I
I
would
would
second team
keep
guys.
Brunson over Devin.
I kind of disagree with that.
Why?
Because Jalen Brunson's impact metrics haven't been good this year.
I love it. We're getting there. I love it.
Like,
We're
post-
evolving.
Like I think he's going to be a playoff riser, obviously, but he bleeds so much value defensively. He's one of the worst defenders in basketball, and because of that, like when he's on the floor, the on and off, like the best on and off of the team amongst his 2 stars is Cat. Cat is over Brunson in terms of like the impact
Cat's having
metrics.
his least efficient season basically of his career.
So like Brunson, like when you look at when I gave Brunson leeway for it, but
Barely.
if I
Fucking for real, he's on fucking eggshells.
I don't even know where
It's
the
on
I
eggshells,
don't
but
even know where
that's
that
why he
came
made
from.
it. But if I'm looking at this, so on the floor, Jalen Brunson, 120.9 offensive rating, 115.9 defensive rating, plus 5.1 net rating. When he's off the floor, you go from a 120.9 offensive rating to a 118.6 offensive rating. So the offense clearly drops down. The defense goes from 115.9 defensive rating to 111.1. The net rating is plus 7.5. So his net rating is minus 2.5 difference. So that is like
Used to watch our eyes, man.
that is just, but I feel like this year Jalen Brunson hasn't been the same level of offensive player throughout the entirety of the season to where it overshadowed the defensive liability. Like LaMelo Ball, I just mentioned earlier, when he's on the floor, the Hornets have like a 117 defensive rating. Their defense is not good, but the offensive rating is 127. Like he is producing an elite level, top of the line offense, even when he's just on the floor alone. So when I look at like Jalen Brunson compared to like obviously Luka, Cade,
the Knicks are still
and Ant.
top 5 in offense this year.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Like
I
it's
know
not.
that.
It's not like
They're really good
Jalen Brunson's out there, running the 14th best offense or something.
No, I know that. But LaMelo, like he's running a better offense, a much like
Let's
we're
look a
talking
little-
about
Let me head
120.
over to data board.
Yeah.
Check LaMelo.
We're
It's also
talking-
a different style of offense.
This is the part of the basketball show that
We're
I
talking about a
don't enjoy.
127 offensive rating to 120 offensive rating that LaMelo's running versus Brunson when they're on and off the floor.
Yeah.
Like I think that is a major difference. Like LaMelo's generally running like an elite level offense.
Well, 127 with Khan on the floor.
There was 124 with just him.
Which is
But
still
like
great.
no, yeah, but I'm saying overall, like
They have baller
LaMelo.
sides with LaMelo. Yeah.
I'm just saying LaMelo when he's on the floor in
It's
general,
unfortunate.
it's 126 offensive rating. So I just feel like this year specifically, this is not an indictment as Brunson as a player as a whole. It's just that this year specifically, the offensive value hasn't been there in years past consistently throughout the entire season. Most notably post New Year. In the year of 2026, after January, he averaged like 23 to 24 points per
What
game.
I think this could be, I'm just straight stat watching right now. Last season, Jalen Brunson started off a little bit slow. October, he averaged 23, 27 November, 24 in December. But then the second half of the year, he picked up 27 in January, 27 in February, 32 in March. This year was the opposite, where the first few months of the
He was
season,
nuts.
yeah, the first few months, October, he averaged 31, 27 November, 31 December. But like you said, post New Year, 23 in January, 24 in February, 24 in March, 25 in April. So the fact that he's ending the year a little, because he's averaged 26 this year, he's averaged 26 last year. It's just this year
What's the
he's slowing
efficiency?
down.
He's
He's slightly less efficient than last year.
slightly.
Slightly less. I could bring the numbers back up.
Well, this year,
slightly less.
Well, this year, I do think just like looking
Nothing
at
crazy. He's
Brunson,
still in the 77th percentile,
Yeah,
so
no.
he's still efficient.
Brunson is still an incredible offensive player. The negative
60
on and
versus
off,
58 true shooting.
I'm fine.
the negative on and off really comes from the defense. That's it. But I think you have to take that into account when we're evaluating these players because the game is played on both sides of the court.
Yeah.
So I think that you have to evaluate defense somewhat. And with LaMelo, while the defense is like bad and it's clearly better when he is off the floor for them, the impact he makes offensively still has him like clearly as a positive for the team overall in the season. And if you look at like Devin Booker's numbers this year, it's been a similar story for him. In lineups where he's not on the floor, they really struggle to have any sort of creation and playmaking, especially with Dylan Brooks' injury, like a third of the quarter into the season. He really had to pick it up, and Devin Booker's been like otherworldly over the last like 2 months.
That he has been.
So that's why like if everybody was like healthy, I would probably leave out like Brunson. Then it's between like Scotty and Jalen.
Brunson would be the best All NBA player or best player that was an All NBA player with some of those numbers and the winning that the Knicks have. Give me like 26 and 7.
Yeah, top
like,
receiver out of All NBA team is crazy.
Like if we're adding in Luka, Cade, Booker, and Edwards, who goes out?
So Luka's
Probably
first
Jalen
team,
Johnson.
Cade is first team. But either way, those 4 guys are first and second teamers.
Yeah, but even if like Luka's first team, we know that, but we know that all that does is slide somebody from the first team down.
Okay, so 3 people have to be removed.
Jalen Johnson,
gone.
LaMelo, James Harden.
Luka, Cade, Booker, Edwards, unless you're Booker's
really
a borderline one.
Booker line would be borderline for me.
So it's 3 must
So
removes.
Jalen Johnson's going.
It is 3 must.
Yes.
Because I did have Devin Booker as my guy over Lamelo Ball. That was the guy who I did have. So I would say I guess technically then I would have to do 4. That's hard. Now
Because if I'm doing
confusing
just
myself.
3, it probably would be Scotty, Jalen Johnson. Then I got to pick between Brunson and Chet. And Chet, I mean, what he provided defensively.
No, Chet's a lock.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
like Chet for me feels like a lock. So it's really like Jalen Johnson, Scotty, and then Brunson. And then my final one would probably be LaMelo versus Booker.
For me, Cade, Ant, and Luka just take Harden, Jalen Johnson, and it's either Scotty or Chet.
Scotty's got to go, unfortunately. As much as I
It'll be
really
those 3.
love and appreciate what Scotty has done this year, Chet is anchoring the best defense in basketball while being top 2 in Defensive Player of the Year, albeit he's not going to get a
Yeah, it would be those 3. So I would still have a spot for them.
First team was Shea, Jalen Brown, Kawhi, Jokic, and Wemby.
Easily.
I feel like that's the locked first team, especially after all the
Yeah,
injuries.
that's Jay Wemby.
First team All-NBA. Say it out loud.
Shout out to my brother, man.
65
If
games.
Are you
everybody-
talking about me or Jalen Brown?
Both of them.
65
Come on!
65
If
games.
everybody's healthy, who gets knocked out first team?
Jalen Brown and Kawhi.
Jalen Brown and Kawhi.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think actually Jalen Brown, I still would lean Kawhi.
Oh, you did say that.
If I had to
Nuts.
pick one,
So
Jalen
you would
Brown.
put Kawhi over Jalen Brown
Yes.
to
I
make
put
the first team.
Jalen Brown over Kawhi.
So then the fifth
was
spot
close.
becomes it's between
Cade and Kawhi Leonard. And I'm standing 10.
And that's
Even
Cade
though
for me.
I would be wrong because the Donovan Mitchell logic. I think
it's just Cade is having a similar season while winning so much more.
I don't know if it's.
And even if it's like
Just
a
the
notch
efficiency
below,
for
like
Kawhi is what he's got over him.
I mean, but it's so significant.
I'm with you. But like he's winning so much more.
This
is.
winning is significant.
He is.
Winning so much more.
I don't listen.
he's
You're
the-
gonna hate me when I say this. Team's better.
Is it?
Yes.
Like
Their
is it?
defensive identity is nuts.
I agree.
Their defensive identity is insane. Yes, their offensive talent is minimal.
Cade.
Yes. I get that. I
Yeah,
understand
it's
that
Cade.
that's your argument and it's super fair. Their defensive identity is fucking nuts.
It's not like Cade hinders that.
No, not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I actually think that he's a part of the good defense.
He is, yeah.
I'm just saying Oklahoma City is the best defense in basketball. Easy. The Pistons are number 2.
First.
They're number 3.
Has the defense fell off with Cade out?
Shouldn't.
Dennis Jenkins is average like 20 and 10.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
he's
the
open.
it
month of
shouldn't.
March.
It definitely
Oh,
shouldn't.
the Yankees won. Let's go.
Shout out Dennis Jenkins, man.
Hey,
Most
listen, I don't hate
improved player.
Kawhi on first team. I just think we lose the plot of winning.
Winning should matter. First team.
Especially when you're playing at that level. I think it should matter.
So you don't take into account that because your last one was Kawhi over Jalen Brown, right?
Correct.
You don't take into account that Jalen Brown dropped 50 on him.
That was very early on in the season, and
Yeah,
when
that
that
shit
did
was like
happen,
January,
I
bro.
was chatting.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, does that head-to-head
I would
matchup
actually
matter?
put Jalen Brown over Kawhi.
That was in December, no?
Nah, I thought it was,
Probably
only
was around
January.
there, yeah.
I don't know.
It was a minute ago.
It was
That
definitely.
shit was loud though. It was
Yeah,
a
it was
loud
a loud
50 because he
50.
locked them up.
It
too.
was kind of like
Jalen Brown
like
gets, Jalen Brown.
No, when
get
it's
up
a
for that.
prime time
He's
game,
gonna
you
get
know
up
he's
for
getting
it.
up for sure. Yeah, I would have Brown over Kawhi for the same reason as Cade.
yeah, because all the metrics point to Kawhi, but then you're just like, but he dropped 50 on
Watch
you.
with your
though.
eyeballs, man.
He dropped 50 on
He
you.
killed him.
When
Killed
it
him.
when it
That's
mattered and
awesome.
y'all went toe to toe with each other, one
Nah, that shit don't
massively
matter, though.
outplayed
That's
No,
funny,
Jalen
though.
Brown absolutely snatched his chain.
Yeah, that shit don't matter though. But it's funny for sure.
No, it matters.
Yeah,
Nah.
it matters now,
Not in 80
and only in this
games.
situation it matters.
I'm crying.
So we're gonna go to defensive teams. Second team, I had Derek White, Amen Thompson, Stephon Castle, OG Anunoby, and Bam Adebayo.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man.
Your defensive teams suck. I know they do. Like I just know they suck.
Did you subtweet him earlier?
Yes.
Me?
No, I don't think so. No. Was it, you talking about my Asar one?
Yeah, Amen.
No,
I
I seen a bunch of fucking. I saw a couple of Celtics pages. I think it's because we're beefing right now. Not me and you, but like me and Celtics fans talking about some. Oh, Asar not defensive first team. He's overrated. He gets fried. Who does he lock up? What the fuck?
I
Like
saw that. That
what?
killed me.
Yeah, I'm like what?
That
Like
killed
what are you
me.
talking
Kawhi
about?
fries him every time you see him.
Kawhi fries everybody.
Just saying.
Not
But
Jalen Brown.
who's your second
Also
team? Drew?
locks Jalen, bro.
All right, so
Cold ass nigga, man.
I'll go with the
This
obvious.
guy's an idiot. I'm telling you.
Amen Thompson,
Oh, there you go.
Stephon Castle, Bam Adebayo,
There you go.
You like
Donovan Clingan. Last name,
He doesn't have OG.
I don't.
He's nuts.
I don't. And this last name is between one of two people.
Who?
It is between Derek White and Asar Thompson.
Told you he's stupid, bro.
And I'll be honest,
How is it between them two?
I don't know. He is
Wait,
not
who-
smart.
Oh, Donovan Clingan.
He's not smart.
well, here's the
say,
here's
who
the
do you have
thing
that I don't?
between it's either the first team or the second team. That's
Both
what's
of them
between.
should
Oh,
be.
that's what I'm saying.
I thought you were
No,
saying they're
both
off
of
the
them
No,
should
I
be
have
first
no honorable mentions here outside of OG Anunoby. These two are competing for that last spot on the first team All NBA.
So maybe my subtweet was about him. Maybe
What'd you-
he's a
what'd you
part of the
say?
problem. I was like, if Asar's not on your first team, you're an idiot. You
Oh,
don't know basketball.
I'm an idiot.
So here's a
So you know what, Dels? I'll fucking stand in solidarity with
Let's
you.
go. We're
Asar
idiots.
Thompson, the
Second
top
team.
spot of my second team.
We don't know what we're watching. I just.
There's
I know
some-
what I'm watching. Look at the defensive impact that Derek White has on a night-to-night basis. We're talking about an anchor
Asar's
at the
the same.
point guard position.
Asar's the same.
He's an anchor at the point guard?
First of all, yes, no, he's anchored the wing. While Derek
Wing.
White can't guard like Asar at all.
In terms of just the matchups he's getting
Like
one-on-one.
POA, guarding 1-on-1, and also Asar can protect the rim like Derek White.
Asar's a better one-on-one defender.
He is.
It's actually not even close.
No, it
while also being similar as a rim protector in the help side and getting steals and blocks. You're literally telling on yourself by not having him up there. I know why
Listen.
you're doing it. I know why
I got
you're
an
doing
agenda-
it.
I got
You're
an
trying
agenda
to
to push,
like,
brother.
yo, you knew. You watched me. You was like, damn, he fucked me. Because you know Asar should be on your first team.
Here's the truth. And you know what?
You just fucked
Hand up. You got me. I love Derek White.
I respect
Sue
it.
I love
Just
Derek
tell me
White.
that. Just tell me that.
And that's what I'm
The
doing.
first you didn't say that at first. You just talked. Just
I
tell
was
me
hoping
that.
you'd let me off the hook.
No, I get it.
Well,
You
I
did.
think this is more so you love Clingan because it's not really Derek White and Asar. It's
No,
really,
this is between my first team.
His first team.
it's his first team.
Yeah.
No,
so doesn't-
last spot of my first team.
Asar made your
Second team.
No. Asar is making my first team. Derek White is going to be the last spot, the
Oh, okay,
top
okay,
spot of my
okay.
second team.
Okay.
Okay, thank God.
No, Clingan.
I don't know with him. Now we're on to
Derek
him.
White's on my first team.
I read it in bottom to top order.
Okay.
The obvious, yes, Asar is an all defense player. That's easy. Derek White is also obvious
For
all
sure.
defensive
He's on my
player.
team.
The last spot on my list was Donovan Clingan and Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle and Clingan were my last two spots. I think Clingan, what he meant to that, he's also anchoring their defense, one of the best shot blockers in basketball as well. Yes, OG Anunoby, I did feel bad leaving him off, but I think that Stephon Castle is the second best defender on his team, and he is also tasked with defending the best offensive player on the perimeter most nights for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Yes, the best defensive player is Wemby. Yes, your job becomes a little bit easier when you have a guy like that. But Stephon Castle also did an unbelievable job of defending some of the game's best this season. I just think that he was a part of one of the best defense in basketball, and I did weigh that into my second team. But you got it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's all
I
you
think
can say.
Clingan is interesting because he's towards the top of the league in defensive field goals defended against.
You ready?
Like per 100 possessions. Like he's towards the top of the league. You mentioned his shot blocking. Like he's a very good defender.
Here we go.
But it doesn't pass the sniff data test at first glance. And here's the thing.
Sniff?
Here's the thing. Is that I was wondering why it looks like this for Clingan, because I don't think he's a bad defender, obviously, by any means. But Clingan on the floor, shout out Data Ball, 115.5 defensive rating.
This world.
Off the floor, Clingan, 113.5 defensive rating. This would suggest the Blazers' defense is better when Clingan's not on the floor. But when we just take a little bit of a deeper dive, let me add Denny Advia to this. When Denny Advia and Clingan when Denny Advia and Clingan share the floor, the Blazers have a 118.4 defensive rating. When Clingan is on the floor without Denny Advia, the defensive rating is 110.
Bro's tanking the shit out of those lineups. Wow.
So Denny Avdia sucks.
And when
Yeah,
Denny
that's a
Advia
problem.
is on the floor without Clingan, it's a 114.2 defensive rating.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
That's good, actually.
It's not terrible.
It's all right.
But
But when-
Blazers are just a conundrum from basically what you
Honest
just
to
explained
God,
to
yeah.
me.
Just hilarious. Hilarious
So why the
organization.
fuck can't Avdia and Clingan share the
Denny
court
gets
together?
relaxed when Clingan's back there. He's like, I'm good. Just go right past me.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I get it.
So what's your second team, Delhi?
So you
I had
hate my second team?
I'd
You
basically the
can't hate it.
same
No,
as Joel.
now that you explain it, it feels
Yes.
better. I like Kling and Shout.
My second
Yeah.
team was almost identical to Joel, except I had a star instead of Derek White.
I want to hear your first team. My second team is, you're going to love this one, actually.
Let's hear it.
Bam,
Yes.
Scotty.
Yes. Whoa.
No, you're not gonna. You're gonna understand when I get the first
So
team.
you're going to Derek White instead of Scotty.
Yes, you'll get it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah, Bam, Scotty, Amen, Cason Wallace, OG Anunoby.
Cason over Stephon.
Yeah,
So the last litmus test I'll do
I don't
is
hate
that
Stephon over Cason though either.
Okay.
I want
because
to give Cason
this is
a little love.
interesting. Now I'm just tinkering with lineup combinations. So
I'm putting too much thought into the Portland
Please
Trailblazers.
stop.
no, it's funny though. Look, when Drew, Kamara, and Clingan are all on the floor, all like incredible defenders, right? When they're on the floor together without Advia, they have a 105.9 defensive rating.
Jesus.
They need to trade
When
his
you
ass.
add Advia, it's a 115.1 defensive rating. Obviously, it's not terrible
But
defensively.
it's just not
How
107,
many
man.
minutes?
It's not
How
107.
many minutes?
The three-man combination of Holiday, Kamara, and Clingan, 283. The four-man combination of all of them together is 418 minutes.
All right.
And then
Tough.
when it's just Kamara, Advi, and Clingan and no Holiday, which is 605 minutes the most, they have a 119.8 defensive rating.
They need Drew.
They're getting fried.
That's nuts.
They're getting fucking
They
barbecued.
need Drew.
First teams. Here we go.
First team, I have Scotty Barnes, Asar Thompson, Chet, Wemby, Gobert.
That's what it is.
I mean, I think it's pretty easy.
Chet, Wemby, Rudy, Asar, Derek White.
Yep. Wemby, Scotty, Gobert, Chet, D. White.
You need Scotty first team, bro. You need Scotty.
You worried about
first
me,
team.
and
Scotty.
he don't got Asar first team, but you worry about me.
Okay, but
What
here's
am
the
I-
thing.
what am I gonna do with
He's
this?
kind of out of this conversation because we know why he has him.
It's
we know
stupid.
why.
Well,
Okay.
that's not stupid.
No, but here's the thing. Scotty needs to be first team. He
Tell him put
needs
Asar
to
first
be.
team. I'll put Scotty first team.
It's not happening. Derek White is the
Here's
best
the
defender
thing,
on the
though.
Celtics. He doesn't have a beef stew back there to protect him. Cade has been solid, but Derek White's been the most important, impactful defender for the Celtics.
Hey now.
It's a fact.
Hey
Yo,
now.
bro, what?
He,
Hey,
don't got,
now.
he doesn't have a Drew Holiday like he has. There's been a bunch of young guys, Hugo and Walsh, and these dudes fucking running with their hair on fire.
No, realistically though, who? I mean, Beef Stew comes off the bench. Asar's majority of his minutes are with either like Cade, Duncan Robinson, Tobias, and Duran.
And Duran.
Say those two last again.
Duran, Tobias,
And who? Say the way.
Duncan Robinson.
He's playing with Sam Hauser and Jalen Brown, who he thinks a dog shit defender.
You quite literally have said
Jalen
multiple
wakes
times
up.
Jalen Brown's
There- there-
now
no,
it's
no, no,
Jalen
listen,
wakes
listen.
up.
Listen,
Now
no,
it's
Drew,
Jalen
listen.
wakes
No,
up.
listen.
Peyton Pritchard
Listen,
and
Jalen
Sam Hauser.
has the opportunity to scale up. Duncan Robinson and Tobias will never ever
what about
scale
Peyton
up.
Pritchard and Sam Hauser?
Peyton probably plays better defense than Duncan
He
Robinson.
tries, but he's fucking 6 foot.
Duncan Robinson can't guard anybody.
I mean, I'll give Payton, his respect because he's scrappy and he's gonna try, but like he's the
You
smallest
just
player on the court.
outside of being a Boston fan, there's just nothing Derek White does as a defender better than Asar.
No, depends. You got to watch the game.
No, but Derek White is the first Celtic to have 75 steals and 75 blocks in the season since 2007-2008. Kevin Garnett.
Shout out to him.
It's KG.
That's just that off top.
I mean, Kevin Garnett won
Kevin
DPOY
Garnett?
that year. No.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, I think what we learned from this segment is that the Blazers should trade Danny Advia.
Listen, I
That's
tried
what
to get Scotty
Who
out
the
there.
fuck is
I did.
acquiring him?
I did. I genuinely tried to get Scotty. I did.
He and again, I love Derek White.
I would switch. Those are the two switchables for me.
It is.
Those are the two
It
switchables
is.
for me.
It is, and
So-
I think that's fine. I do genuinely think that
Like
Scotty has also been a better defender.
I'll go
than
as-
Asar.
wrong, but I'll go as far as to say, if you take the big man out of it, Asar and Scotty would be battling for DPOY.
Well said.
I'll go as far as you
All
can't.
right.
Derek
that.
White.
You can't.
And
that.
Derek White.
You
Yeah.
can't.
And
that.
Derek
Mikal
White.
had
So
a
I'd
season like
even
that.
say I'd switch that. And I could say I
Good
honestly
take.
made a
Good
mistake.
take. Great
I
take.
made a mistake, genuinely, because they're
All
both anchoring their
They are.
defenses.
They
And
they really are.
And I
Because
apologize for that.
thank you.
I apologize.
And
for
then
that.
I mean, they're
That's all I
all
needed.
pretty much anchoring their defenses.
Yeah.
Everybody
Quite
that's in the
literally
top
every
10 is
player
doing it.
on this DP on this.
Well, somebody's
All-NBA.
being held back by a slob because he would
Outside-
be first team.
outside
but
of-
we had to leave him on second team. But that's not the.
I'm like looking at it. Outside of Stephon Castle, everybody's anchoring their defense.
Don't let me get a vote, man.
You did
I'm
put
voting for
Stephon on
straight
yours.
Yeah.
Very good.
For straight Pistons.
Everyone,
Cade MVP.
everyone's getting
Yeah.
paid.
Hell
Everyone's
yeah.
getting All
Who did you
NBA.
put OG over? And you didn't have Bam?
Clinging.
Clinging.
Yeah, I was between. I had thought Cason too, but I don't know. I feel like Castle just.
Did you go clinging? Or is it just
no,
me?
I went just you. I went with
You know, this
OG.
that's how I distinguished Cason and Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle has the primetime games for sure.
He does.
Where he really locks shit up. I think Cason is a better defender on a game-by-game basis. I think he's
Okay.
better at getting steals. I think he's better at being in front of you, staying in front of your man, being a screen navigator and stuff like that. I think they're both great. I think Stephon, primetime games, you've seen it. He's locked up Cade and other guys. Like, he's on the primetime stage. With Cason, he gets a little bit of, he doesn't get the same because obviously Dort, Caruso, like Dort to get the challenge first. But I think Cason just wanted to give him, like how you wanted to get
That's
Klinger some
fine.
love. I wanted to give him a little love. 'Cause
Cason
he's been
deserves it.
awesome. Outs like offense shit, but defense, boy oh boy, he could guard.
It's a shame because his offense wasn't dog shit last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Neither
It's,
to
he
stay
just
in the
hasn't
playoffs, man.
improved, you know? Like, you hate to see it.
What'd you say?
We need that to stay in the playoffs.
Oh,
When
my
we play
God.
them in the
We
finals.
need a man and a Sar on the same team.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not rooting against OKC. I understand you doing
You hate
that.
Like defensively, would be fucking awesome.
Oh my God. Sacks.
Offensively,
Trade Tobias for men.
oh okay. Sure, the Rockets would love to do that.
Bro, come on. Let's get it done.
You know, the biggest negative that I came away from just looking at the lineup datas, this was the Houston Rockets though, is that when you look, and this is why I kind of like took out Şengün didn't pass the eye test all year long, but I was curious to see, you know, his impact metrics and stuff. When he's on the floor, their defensive rating, the Rockets, is 116.8. When he's off the floor, it's 105.1. Their net rating with
what
him,
the fuck?
their net rating with Şengün off is plus 12.2. With him on is plus 3.5, and it's 2,200 minutes compared to 1,200,
This nigga
almost
stinks.
1,300. Şengün like single-handedly has tanked the Rockets' entire defense.
just
His
deep.
fall off is sad.
It's his it's been bad this year, bro. His defense has been really, really
He misses
bad.
Jalen. He misses Dylan Brooks.
I mean, shit. Like, you can only do so much at the top of the key, right?
Yo, that's really bad.
And then you got big man down there. You like, come on, bro.
Nah,
like,
Dels.
like come
what
on.
the fuck?
Bro, should have said a 105 defensive rating.
Yeah, that shit. Yo, that's
Yeah.
bad,
And
bro.
in a 1,300 minute sample size, so it's not
That's
like
that's a
yeah.
really good sample.
it's
yeah.
a significant sample size. Like just like looking at like Amen Thompson on the floor
Go look at that sexy.
with
demon.
Şengün. When they're on the floor together, the defensive rating is 116.2. When Şengün's off the floor, it's 105.3 with just the men. And then when Amen and Şengün are both off the floor, it's 104.8 defensive rating. So the defensive rating stays the same. It's just when
Just get Şengün off.
yeah, when Şengün is on the floor without Amen, which has only been in 379 minutes, their defensive rating is 119.5.
Yeah.
So and the
That's not good.
offense
Amen
completely
on.
tanks.
120 offense, and men off 115. We're moving.
Here we go.
We're moving. We're getting somewhere.
No, hell
That's good,
Hell
bro.
yeah,
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Next
I
year,
think-
leap.
Can I be honest with you, Riv? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe.
I'll tell you if you're wrong or
I
right.
feel like you have allowed a little bit of the outside noise to cloud what you really believe on a men.
Loki.
And I think you need to stop that.
Low key.
Because truthfully, the outside noise is just that. You need to understand who he is only for what you see and fuck everything else. You have thought that a man can be the lead guard on a team.
He's the
you
one.
have thought that he can be one of the
15 player.
best two-way players in basketball. He can be
He's
a top
already that.
15 with the ceiling like that. Don't fade that just because NBA Twitter thinks that a man will never develop.
They don't know anything.
Fuck them. Exactly.
Fat lards on the computer.
They
They don't know shit.
I'm fine with this.
Dweebs, dorks.
So what's your opinion on the men now?
I don't think it's ever. No, let me not say that. It's definitely wavered, but it definitely was a point in the season where I'm like, damn, like a man is struggling a little bit.
It's
Like,
just a jump shot.
yeah, it's the jump shot, but it's like, yo, sometimes like you don't even want to take the jumper.
But
and
he's getting downhill so easily.
yeah, I'm
His
excited.
defense is still near perfect.
I think I want this offseason, I want him to really like hone in on a particular skill and like just get better at it. Like,
I would
really hone
argue
in.
he did get dramatically better this year.
I don't want to say dramatically.
I think offensively, he got dramatically better because he was a lot more confident with the basketball in his hand.
Well, yeah, if you talk about just like confidence, yes.
I think we'll see a lot in the playoffs. They're gonna play
But
the
they're playing the
Lakers.
Lakers.
Plays the Lakers.
He can
around.
destroy the Lakers.
Hopefully he
Last
kills.
year, Amen was good in the playoffs.
He was.
He was.
But that was a favorable matchup. A bunch of little
You're not
guys.
wrong.
It was.
But
yeah.
he still.
But he
here-
should kill
here's
against
thing
the
about-
Lakers.
Here's the thing about a favorable
He
matchup.
should destroy DeJounte.
It's favorable until you play bad.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you got at least go
That's a
out there
fact.
and play good, and
Like-
that's exactly what he did.
Like I think he should play well against the Lakers.
He doesn't play well. It's concerning.
Okay, I do believe he should play well. Yes, we could surprise you.
No, I'm not like I'm just about him individually. Like he should play well against the Lakers. He usually more often than not plays well against you. This year, I would say, like he plays well. Just the freak athleticism, the way he can get downhill in transition. He should be able to go up and down the court, and he doesn't have to guard Luka all game.
He doesn't have a rim protector to really worry.
Yeah,
He's got
so-
guard LeBron.
I don't think they're gonna put him and LeBron, but if they do, they do. You know what I'm saying? But all game, what?
Food.
He ain't been food in a minute. LeBron done, bro. Let that shit go, bro.
I
LeBron
think
done.
that with the Alperen Şengün
No,
thing,
no, I'm done.
I mean, look who's behind him, bro. Like,
no,
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
done.
Who's
Got
the
it.
second? Who's the second best player?
huh?
Who's the second?
I'm talking about who's
yeah,
behind
No,
him.
I'm saying who's the second best player with LeBron being the one? Aiton? Smart?
Shit,
Kennard?
no.
Who is it?
Now, I'm be honest with you, bro. Straight
Rui.
up, no bullshit.
Rui?
No bullshit. Luke Kennard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know he's been shooting the piss out
Rui
of
Hachimura, though, elite season, quiet for a role player.
Elite is nuts.
Can role players be elite? Yes.
No.
What?
No.
elite in their role.
Elite in their role.
Oh God.
Elite in their role.
Rui shot 44%.
Let's
from
leave elite
three
to the
this year.
goats.
Fuck you.
Okay.
You
let's,
can
just,
be like an elite
Fuck you.
3-point shooter without being an elite
Yes.
player.
let's just be elite to
We
the
gotta
goats.
leave it to top 10 scores of all time, like DeMar DeRozan.
I knew, yo,
Devin
I was
Booker.
trying to figure out when he was gonna drop DeMar DeRozan's name all pod. He waited to the end.
So
He hates DeMar.
we really can't say elite for their role.
No, you can't.
We could say it.
You could do whatever you
Like
want.
When
Draymond
does he
Green's
make the
not
fucking
elite in his
rules?
role.
I agree. That's what I'm about to say. When the fuck do I make the
I don't
rules?
hate DeMar.
I just want us to agree.
It's
Okay.
just yesterday I was on a walk with JC and we were just naming like scores and it's like, yo, fuck all time. Just 2010s era.
Yeah.
How many players is he a better scorer than? Just 2010s. And then we started mentioning names like, you know, CJ McCollum and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we did some short form content on it. And I think that you guys capped for some,
Here's the thing.
but it's okay.
Kyrie clears.
What do we cap on?
I don't think we capped,
I have the list of names. So I'm just going to quickly look at it.
bro.
So
Oh my God. Here's the thing about DeMar, bro. Just
peak scoring.
Before you go on your list, I want to say this. I think we have a disconnect at this table about DeMar DeRozan. Whereas you can acknowledge and respect what somebody has done and also not have an insane opinion about them as a player. Like, I think me and Dels were just like, yo, like, he has 20,000 points. We respect that. Like, all right, cool. 27, like, cool. That's dope. We don't got to sit here and now compare him to scores. Like, bro, we don't, like, we know he's not that dude. Is just like, yo, shout out to him. He got 27,000 points. We don't got 27,000 points. We
What
don't
did you
got
say?
one.
Who was your first? Kevin Martin.
you
Kevin
started
Martin
with
was the
Kevin
first
Martin,
player?
I started
like-
with Kevin Martin. I mean, it was an easy W.
Like,
I
come
was
on,
doing,
bro.
I was
Like,
doing
now
right.
we're just being mean.
I was doing right, bro. I was doing right.
Kevin Martin was disgusting.
He was a 20 point.
One could argue disturbing.
I mean,
It was very disturbing.
Kevin Martin. I mean, if he was top 10 all time, closing in on 20,000. I mean,
He's not even
top 10 all
close.
time. Then it would have been that way. Kevin Martin's best season with Sacramento. He went
Like I said, Sacramento.
2 years in a row.
Harden not on this?
No, we know who's better.
No, I'm saying like how far
Harden's
is
ahead of DeMar.
That's what I'm wondering.
He's ahead of DeMar.
So Harden is what number?
Wherever
I'm gonna
DeMar
look
is,
at-
I
I'm
think
gonna
he's
look at
one.
the
Yeah, I
all-time
think
Isn't
he's
Steph
one of
right
us.
behind him?
Yeah.
So in 07,
Steph is
08,
shocking.
Steph is 20.
Yeah, he misses a lot of games.
so in 07, 08,
Loser.
Cade Mar averaged 23.7,
Just kidding.
and in
Steph, love
08,
you.
09, he averaged 24.6.
for the
so-
Kings.
That's like a 5-year gap in between, by the way, that we just skipped over.
Dels,
what?
do you
You
remember
said
the
like
Kings?
03 to 08?
No. 07, 08, and 08, 09.
Oh, my.
Do
Okay,
you
I'm
understand what the
sorry.
Kings were in 08, 09?
Not good.
No, they were dog shit. I'm not saying they weren't. But that was
You
just
can
the
say any
first.
year for the
But
Kings.
hold on.
Sorry, not good.
Don't act as if I put Kevin Martin over DeMar. That was
No,
just the
you just
starter.
threw his
was just
name.
the
It was
name
like,
was
That
in
was
the-
that was just an appetizer.
Okay.
It wasn't.
It was
you
a
know,
terrible appetizer.
Okay,
I hated
and-
it.
All right, but look,
Take it
Oh,
back.
James Harden's already 9th all time.
Shout out to James Harden.
Fucking legend.
Just
So
talking
DeMar's
about-
10.
No, DeMar is.
If I did
16.
if I did an amend Thompson, would you rather?
You throw me some
the
bullshit, right?
first name I threw you was
Nemus
fucking.
Cato and shit.
It was Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah, like,
You'd
come
probably
on.
be what the fuck?
respect Kevin Martin.
That's
though.
the gap for real.
Respect
Like,
Kevin Martin. I mean,
gotta
what do you mean it's the gap?
Dude, I really am sorry Harden never won a chip.
Well, I mean his resume's impacted.
say it again.
No, I'm not. I'm really sorry.
I mean, I understand.
I'm-
I mean, I feel sad about it whenever I think about it. So thank you. But that's why Kobe got me. He won 2 for me. So that's good. We good.
Fucking loser.
Yo, you see this? You see this?
Yeah,
He'll
nah.
say loser
No,
for Harden.
that's
Yo,
insane.
DeMar, sometimes you just gotta respect what you do.
I respect Harden.
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
No,
But
you
it-
don't
when
respect
it co-
KD.
But when it comes to like bothering
You
you,
get this guy? He don't respect
KD.
Harden. He don't respect KD, but now we gotta respect DeMar.
KD's top 12 all time to me. That's respect.
Disrespect Jordan Love.
Okay,
I will
so
never.
just I'm talking about
Never.
Where did that come from?
just like peak scoring wise.
Here we go.
I would obviously Dame. I
Okay.
think Kemba Walker's a conversation. I think like if I'm going into a playoff game, I need them to get
Both of them are
buckets.
not good in the playoffs.
I know, but like who
No.
who would you rather though, Kemba or DeRozan?
I
mean,
hear
for
you, but
cool
DeMar's
points-
done it. If it's the conversation is we don't really trust either of them, DeMar did it for a longer stretch of time.
Did what? He didn't do anything in the playoffs ever.
No, I'm
No,
just
we're
saying
talking
score.
Okay, just score. I'm
Because
talking
Kemba
about like
got hurt, unfortunately.
talking about like peak scoring. I mean, Kemba, I think DeMar probably is over
But their
Kemba.
peaks are close.
I don't
DeMar
think so.
and Kemba, right?
Scoring, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they are actually. Let me go check.
I'm saying like over a 3-year sample or something.
Let's see.
Isaiah Thomas, you would take Isaiah Thomas, 29 points per game.
That
season.
one
So you're
year,
saying
sure.
a peak 1 year,
Yeah.
yes, but DeMar did it for fucking a decade.
Question. I'm getting Bulls DeMar.
Yeah, but
You give
the
me
peak-
Bulls DeMar?
You get the peak, the best scoring
He won
version of
clutch player of
DeMar
the year.
DeRozan
I'm taking Bulls DeMar.
over Isaiah Thomas,
That was a pretty good year.
who
He's a
averaged
dog.
29 and then in the playoffs dropped 50.
Yeah, him
after
and
the
him and
Sixers passed
Kemba.
him.
No.
What's Kemba's career high? Like 24?
That's DeMar's 5th career high.
No, I know.
Yeah. No.
So okay, I mean that's fine.
Kemba averaged 25.6 1 year.
Gilbert
DeMar
Arena,
did 27 twice.
Gilbert Arenas, we go Gilbert Arenas. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Devin Booker, we go Devin Booker.
course.
Easily. One of
Vince
the best
Carter,
scores of
we'll
all
go
time.
Vince Carter.
Sure.
We did this on the short form. I brought up the name Chris Middleton, and I think you went DeMar.
I went DeMar.
I think that's more of a conversation.
Playoffs, I go Chris.
Yeah, like if we actually like talk about it, and now like just he can score in more ways, and he was the Bucks' go-to scorer like in clutch late game situations. So like I can hear an argument for Chris Middleton, like with the ball in his hands, I want him to go get a bucket over DeMar DeRozan.
You could hear me out on that?
Yeah,
So when I was thinking about it, you didn't hate it?
I would have picked Chris Middleton.
That's tough, man.
It is tough.
This nigga averaging 28 a game, dog.
In the playoffs, he was OD.
In
No,
the
I'll take
playoff-
Chris.
in the-
I'll take
but
Chris
the
in
thing
the
is,
playoffs.
like DeMar in the playoffs never averaged over like 20.
Yo, think about it, bro. They
fair.
were calling Chris Middleton Batman.
That's fair. Like
Because I feel like the playoffs needs to matter with the scoring because like DeMar, him developing a mid-range jump shot after being a freak athlete in college, it deserves acknowledgement. But his lack of development of a three-point jump shot really hurt him as a scorer in the postseason. When in the 16-17 season, they went up against the Wizards. It was the 4th versus 5th seed matchup.
Mhm.
DeMar shot 18% from three. I don't even
yeah.
even think it's 18%. I think it was 0.018. Like we're like on like 1.5 attempts, and he in his
You said 0.0?
0.018. Like
should
if you look at the series, and the Wizards swept them, and Bradley Beal was the leading scorer for the Wizards. He averaged 20. That was the year that the Wizards had Paul Pierce. Bradley Beal ain't doing on the best efficiency, but like DeMar consistently, it wasn't. I think the false narrative is that it was just that DeMar ran into LeBron. It wasn't that. DeMar was awful against everybody. It wasn't
DeMar
just
did average
Cleveland.
24 in the playoffs one year.
Yeah, that was his
First year.
the best year scoring, his first year in the playoffs. But
24
like,
years old.
for whatever reason, DeMar could just never translate that regular season scoring to the postseason.
Not everybody's Paolo Banchero.
No, you're right. But no, Chris Middleton, like I would lean with Middleton in that. Klay Thompson, I would go with Klay, even with the lack of like dribble.
That's the only one I
creation.
regret. That's
I'd
about
go
the
with
only
Klay.
one I regret.
Because Klay is just like what he adds as a shooter, and if he was like the go-to option on the team, I think he could put up like really good volume numbers. I mean, he was with great talent. He was still averaging 20 a night.
I don't know if I want to say regret per se, because DeMar's had some special nights, but the microwave oven that Klay Thompson was at any given moment.
I think it's just how you value the scoring. Like, do you value DeMar more being able to self-create or Klay being able to play off ball? So it's like, who's the better scorer? Most people, I think, usually go to the
The
self-creation.
on ball, yeah.
But I don't know. Klay is such a unicorn in that sense that I think you could say Klay.
Monte Ellis and Rudy Gay, I would go DeMar over those two. Brandon Roy, I would go Brandon Roy.
Oh, you didn't even say him, but I go. I mean,
Yeah. I didn't say Brandon Roy either. In the
I'm gonna
short
be
form.
honest with you, bro.
skill wise, yes, but Brandon
How
didn't
many
do it
seasons
enough.
did Brandon Roy play?
It was like 3.
He really
bro.
only had 3 great seasons.
I can't put Brandon Roy. I
I'm
think the
not
skill,
doing it
yes,
either.
but I can't put Brandon.
I just
Roy
think
more.
like as a scorer, the best version of Brandon Roy's score, I think he could just score more effortlessly.
But that's assuming him at his best.
no, yeah. I'm just
Assuming
going
health.
like I'm just going simply like them at their best, like who I think is a better scorer.
I can't do that to
Such a
DeMar.
nasty
That's
combo.
that's
All
unfair.
right, so Levine at his best or DeMar DeRozan.
Probably Zach.
You know what I mean?
This is more efficient. Can shoot
Levine
the
was
three.
50, 40, 85.
Now we just getting too.
You understand
crazy.
what I'm
yeah, we're
saying?
getting too crazy.
I would go
This
DeMar
man has
'cause
27,000 points.
I would
You're comparing
go,
to niggas that ain't finished 5 seasons.
Oh, you have to
wait,
do
hold
that.
up. I would
Brandon Roy.
Oh, you're Brandon Roy. Okay. I was
Was
about to
I?
tell you you were about to
Well,
violate
Zach,
Zach. 50, 40, 85.
Made the playoffs once.
28 a game.
Come on,
He was
DeMar's
in
been
top
doing
three
that.
top.
He's
oh,
been
so
that.
my bad. It was the
40?
14-15
No, hell no.
season.
Hell no.
Please.
It was a
Who's the
14.
best player on that team?
Easily DeMar.
Yeah, that's why with the Levine one, I would side with DeMar because we saw them on the same team and DeMar had more impact.
Honestly, can I be honest with you, bro? I think Levine respected him way too much.
You
He was just a
should've took
closer.
over?
Like DeMar
He
was
was.
closing games.
Because Levine would kill,
yeah,
and then fourth quarter came along, and it was just like, all right, DeMar.
Zach's not aggressive
Slow
enough.
down, take
That
those
lost me.
middies.
Yeah, I don't know why.
My
he's
bad,
not, he's
bro.
not
It was
aggressive
the 14-15 season that he played the Wizards, and he averaged 20 points in that series.
enough. Yeah, he was
But
ass cheeks.
he was all right efficiency
Yeah,
wise.
some titties. I get it.
16-17 season was the year that he
They went
shot.
far, right?
He shot
They
second
played-
round.
That's against LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah, they made it to the second round. They got
I
swept.
was just.
there was a
looking
year
at
they
it.
lost to.
They beat
D-Wade-
the
no.
Bucks. No, they beat the Bucks in the first round.
Yeah, they
4-2.
beat Miami though.
They lost us in 4 games in 7.
They'd have lost to Miami if Bosch played that series.
They lost us in 4 games in back-to-back years.
Yep, hate to see it.
So, but I don't know, bro. I mean, is Brandon Roy not a better player than DeMar though?
How?
He's a better player. Like now we're just fuck scoring, just player for player.
Okay,
He's a better playmaker.
sure.
I think he's a better ball handler. He's not a better mid range scorer. I think he's a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
And then I think finishing is probably around
It's close,
the same.
probably.
I think it's around the same.
he has 1 year, like 2 years.
It was more than that. It was more than
I
that.
think it was.
It was more than that. But I can't fault Brandon Roy too much for having degenerative knees.
No, I'm not
You
mad
know?
at that, but you can't put that with DeMar's career. It's like a slap in
No,
the
no.
face.
Who had the better career? DeMar DeRozan.
by far?
But who I think was tougher to defend as a scorer, I think it was Brandon Roy.
Why?
Like
Because Kobe said it.
Ron Artest said it too.
Ron Artest, I don't
Kobe
think
said it,
played
it's true.
DeMar.
Like Brandon Roy had 3 straight years of being an all-star, and he made he won Rookie of the Year his rookie season.
Oh, come
He
on.
averaged 17. His second season, he was an all-star. His third season, he was an all-NBA second teamer. His third season, he was an all-NBA third teamer. We're talking about
And this is him averaging 23 a game.
yeah, but that's the dead ball era.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
09, 010 is not the dead ball era.
it's the late 2010s. It's around the same era. Yes, it is. The
Come
pace was
on,
slower.
bro.
The pace was slower in that era.
Come
Not,
on,
bro. We're comparing like mid 2010s basketball to like late 2010s basketball.
Well,
It was
DeMar
definitely
made it
different.
in the mid 2013s. Like he made All-Star games.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying the late 2010s era was still very much a
2000s.
slow paced era.
Late 2000s, yeah.
All right,
It's
I
still
mean
very-
that's fair, but I wouldn't. That's not the dead ball era.
Okay, it's not like officially because the dead ball is like really from like the late 90s to like 2005, 2006.
Yeah,
But still, like it was around the same era where you got double bigs, it's slow pacing. I'm not saying DeMar didn't play in that era and succeed in it, but like Brandon Roy, his first 4 years in his career, Rookie of the Year, All-Star, and that was just the first 4 years. Then his knee problems flared up and he couldn't play again.
no, I'm with you, but that's him averaging 22 a game. DeMar had years where he's 23, 20, 24, 27, 23, 21, 22, 22, 28, 25, 20. Like he's been doing that too. This is on a longer stretch of time. Like
What did Brandon Roy peak at? Points per game wise?
22.
22.
So you're thinking even if he stayed healthy, because while you can't discredit, because obviously the knee injury, you're also taking away from DeMar, because you're basically assuming that if Brandon Roy stays healthy and he progresses, he hits 28 like DeMar does, which we don't know.
No, I think Brandon Roy would have got so much better. I mean, I think that Brandon Roy would have been.
I think he would too. I think
Yeah,
if he reached his peak, he clears DeMar.
like-
but it's like we're guessing.
his first playoff series that he played in, and DeMar was good in his first playoff series too, but Brandon Roy averaged 27 a night.
I don't
And
know,
he,
man. We thought Shane Gordon was going to be tough.
and-
Who the fuck we?
Hasn't worked out. We never know sometimes.
Who did we? Who is we? Who is we?
and he shot
Don't put that
46%
smut
from
on
the
my
field,
name.
47% from three. Like, I think Brandon
Sometimes
Roy's one of
progression
the.
isn't linear. That's all I'm saying.
He's one of the biggest
I
winners
think
ever.
Brandon Roy's one of the bigger what ifs ever.
Of course.
Agree.
But like even the raw point per game numbers, and this goes into the next thing, was like I think Joe Johnson is a better scorer than DeMar, but Joe Johnson never had the point per game number
No.
that DeMar.
But Joe,
had.
to be fair to Joe, he did it longer than B. Roy, is what I'm saying.
No, yes, he
That-
did.
That's my
He did.
thing. Yeah, he did it
did.
longer than B. Roy.
But like I think
And that's no
like,
slouch to B. Roy. He got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Like I think Joe Johnson, I probably would take him. Is Bradley Beal a conversation? Is it a conversation or no?
I don't want to hear it personally because I just don't think that it ever translated to anything.
No.
To be fair to DeMar or to Beal, not really for DeMar either, but at minimum, his team went to the playoffs while he was the best player.
Yeah, Beal's 30 ball seasons were empty,
Joe struggled
Very.
in the playoffs too.
and
Who?
Beal
Joe. Just stat watching.
Joe who?
Joe
Joe
Johnson.
Joe Johnson.
Understood.
Beal's 30 ball seasons,
Don't know why my mind went to Dumars.
they didn't impact winning at
nuts.
all.
A little bit.
And it kind of makes people forget about like the first Wizards stint when he was just the second option to John Wall, and they had some winning there, but then John Wall got hurt, and then the team just fell off.
I mean, they
completely.
were the third seed that year, to be
Now,
fair.
they were a good regular season team. They even had some good
Yeah.
playoff series.
That's why if they ever got
The
Kevin
trio
Durant,
was
it would've
them,
been crazy.
those two, and Otto Porter, right?
Kind of, yeah.
It
Marcin
was Paul
Gortat,
Pierce one year.
Nene was there. Trevor Ariza played
You
with
call
them for a little
bank?
bit.
I'll
Yeah,
call
it was a
gang.
good team. They had a nice team. It was fun. It was fun.
So the rookie teams. Let's get to rookie teams.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Uh,
I forgot we had
First team for my, let's go with second team first, actually. Okay, second team for my rookie teams. I had Jeremiah Fears, Trey Johnson, Ace Bailey, Derek Queen, Maxine Raynaud. And then first team, I had Kneppel, VJ, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Cedric Howard.
that. Okay, so my second team, I had
second.
second team. I had Will Riley, Jeremiah Fears, Ryan Kalbrenner,
That's a good shout.
and Maxime
Raynaud
Reynaud. Yes,
Well
from
done.
the Kings, right?
yes,
Yes.
And then
All right.
first team is Flag, Khan, VJ, Ace, Harper.
Okay.
I feel like if you're a rookie, you do enough in a month.
Talk.
That's all it
I
takes.
can put you up.
Talk.
And
All
Ace
right.
did enough.
My second team, I got Maxime Raynaud. I got Cedric Howard, Derek Queen, Jeremiah
Oh, I forgot
Fears,
Cedric.
and Kalkbrenner. My first team is Khan, Flag, Harper, VJ, and Ace. Ace quietly had a really strong year for a rookie, of course. I will say, I understand Cedric Howard being first team, especially because to start the season while you had any type of hope for Memphis, he was a big part of that team, and that's
Yeah.
fine. And I think that as the year went on, they really managed his availability, which a bit unfortunate, especially for a rookie, if you ask me. But he played great basketball, and he was very impactful on both sides of the basketball. I don't know. I just think that Ace was one of the few that they kind of let go for the Utah Jazz, and he was very available for them. And I think that as the season progressed, he just became a little bit more and
Definitely
more
got better.
consistent. The first four are obvious. That goes without saying. But Maxime Raynaud, you got to give him his respect and his acknowledgement for, again, being a rookie and being on the Kings. And you got to maximize an opportunity, and I think that's exactly what he did. Kalkbrenner being one of the more impactful players for the Hornets, especially understanding that they needed help at that big position. He was a nice boost for them. This rookie class, a really strong one, truthfully.
It's really good. It has a lot of depth. Did you give your second team?
No,
You went Trey
Um,
Johnson too, right?
Yeah, I went Trey
That's my
Johnson, second
honorable
team.
mention.
Shout out Julian Rodriguez, who just copped a shirt from us. He DM'd us. So
Shout
if you-
out.
Well, listen, Julian, appreciate you.
Real
My second team, I had Queen, Bailey, Fears, Raynaud,
Raynaud.
and Trey Johnson. First team, Flag, Con, Harper, VJ, and
I
Calvin.
see Pelicans fans, they absolutely hate Derek Queen.
No, yeah. I mean, his defense is terrible. I wanted to mention a lot more rookies here because I wanted to do a thought exercise of like, who do I think the top 10 rookies are going to be like long term? But I didn't really have a proper way of doing it. I just felt like every way I was going to do was like too projecty. So I'm going to name you these rookie mentions that were left off of my rookie teams. They might be on yours, but they were left off of mine. And you tell me, who are you highest on of this group? Yegor Demon, Will Riley, Colin Murray Boyles, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Kasparis Jakushonis, Kobe Sanders, Carter Bryant, Joan Behringer,
Brother,
Hugo Gonzalez.
So many names. Can you like cut it to like half?
All right. You want me to?
I won't be able to remember all those.
Rasheer Fleming, Kaman Malawach, Carter Bryant, Joan Behringer.
Damn.
And Will Riley.
I'm going to still go Carter Bryant.
I know it wasn't part of this group, but I like CMB. I like his game defense.
Colin Murray Boyles?
Yeah.
He was a part of the initial group.
Yeah. Carter's the youngest. Carter Bryant's the youngest out the group. Defense is pretty special for a young player at that age. Physical frame is really dope. And he plays for San Antonio. What system is better than that?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to go with Carter.
Like, bro, if you told me Carter Bryant is going to be a top 5 rookie in this class, I could believe it. I think Carter Bryant can be that good. I think that the Suns nailed their 2 rookies. Like, Rasheer and Kaman Malawach aren't going to be on any of the rookie teams. But I think both of them, like, if I were to, like, just project top 10 from this class moving forward, they both, like, have a real shot at being that. Because, like, Maxine Raynaud, I think he's been better this year than Malawach. But long-term, I would take Malawach.
Played a lot more.
And then Rasheer Fleming and, like, Derek Queen, I mean, I could hear Rasheer as well. Like, the guys that made the teams over them. I think that this class has a lot of depth. Like, you know, we had our rookie teams initially, which is 10 players total, but you can really go further to like 15 plus players in this class that they're going to have an impact. Like, even Hugo Gonzalez on the Celtics has been really good.
He's dope too when he plays. I wonder what Washington's going to do, because not everybody's going to be able to stick and stay, you know, and I think Will Riley, he had a really good, you know, back half of this year. Trey Johnson's a solid get for them. They're going to bring in another top pick. You got Bilal, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, who I think is pretty locked in, and Bub Carrington is there too. So you're not, and then AD, obviously, Trae Young. Some of these guys are going to have to start being able to go. Even Champagnie, he's a really good, you know, role player for them. I think they'll be in the benefits of keeping him. So it's interesting to see just what Washington does with figure out all their guys. But I think for most part, big men are tricky, because nowadays big men don't have to be these all-world big men to be impactful. You know, you just have to be able to protect the rim, be able to rebound, guard in space. I think a lot of these 7-footers, 6'11" guys are going to be interested in how they project. Reynold had a good year. Kamal Malawach in his minutes, he had a good year. Rasheer Fleming is the one guy who I look at, 6'9", long arms, athletic, mobile, really fits that mold of a modern NBA big. But I'm excited because this class definitely showed, especially towards the end of the year, and of course, April matters for rookies. April matters, March matters for rookies. A lot of these rookies show a trend, like Ace Bailey. He showed trends where he just, everything started to figure out when he just needed 1 or 2 moves. Everything was quick. Make a decision. Either I get to the rim, I hit this jump shot, don't need to do too much, don't need to think too much. And it showed in his efficiency, it showed in the way he was able to create shots. So I'm excited to see how all these young players look next year, because you get a new batch of really, really good rookies coming in next year that are going to be in battle with these guys.
And that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side Podcast. Next episode will be on Patreon, and we are having a draft party at Blue 42 April 23rd. If you guys can make it, make sure you get there early, because it's a first come, first serve basis. If you have a party of 5+, you can call and try to reserve your spot. We'll see you guys there. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod, on Instagram and TikTok at Pick a Side Podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.